EYT Sports thanks our sponsors for making high school football coverage possible. Gorley Financial, Hager Paving, Kerle Tire Company, Heater Lumber, Hopper Corp, ShopTeamWear.com, Red Bank Chevrolet, Independence Health Systems, Janney Montgomery Scott, The Clarion Office, Dubrook Inc., J&J Feeds and Needs, J&J Trailer Sales, Eric Schick Insurance, Kale's Kitchens. Stay tuned as we thank more sponsors throughout the broadcast.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Memorial Stadium here in Clarion. It is Aljax Field, and tonight it is Explore Sports and Explore Clarion's Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week as Butler comes in to take on the Central Clarion Wildcats. Mike Kalinowski along with the governor, Bob Dunkle, the dean of all that's football here in the region. It's Dave Cadis with us as well. As we get set to rock and roll tonight, we'll go into the Kerle Tire pregame show here as Butler comes in with a record of 7-2 and Central Clarion with that overall record of 5-4 as they get set to battle here this evening at Memorial Stadium. Should be a great one here. The band's just making it here from Butler. Have the buses stopped coming in is my question.
I'll tell you, they're up to about 11 buses pulling in, and it looks like a demolition derby in the parking lot out there with all 10 buses.
It's pretty wild. We never haven't seen that, and we know that the band's pretty big, but that's large. And we'll hear from them coming up around halftime. It's also senior night here at Central Clarion High School, so some of those festivities will be going on in the background as we go through our pregame show tonight. We are live tonight from the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth, and we do want to thank everybody at Clarion and also over at Clarion High School at the university, also over at the high school for rolling out the red carpet for us, and that's brought to you by McMillan's Carpet Outlet. We'll take our first time on. We're going to come back out here. We've got the Brookville equipment inside the game on the way. We'll look at both of these teams as we get set for this one. And it should be a good one here tonight. It's the Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week. It's Butler against Central Clarion. It's right here on exploreClarion.com.
World-class transportation manufacturer Brookville Equipment is hiring night shift welders with a 12% pay differential. Monday through Thursday, lay out, assemble, and repair an array of projects using state-of-the-art welding technology, paid time off, and generous benefits. Join Brookville Equipment's dedicated team as a night shift welder. Use your skills and turn those blueprints into an American-made product. Apply online today.
At the Carpet Barn in Clarion, flooring is anything but boring. We handle everything, from expert installation to full removal and cleanup, with precision, care, and commitment to quality. Visit our showroom and find flooring that works as hard as you do. The Carpet Barn, where style meets service. For over 55 years, Parker Furniture has brought comfort and style to homes with quality you can trust. Family owned and proudly serving Northwestern Pennsylvania, visit them at 2683 State Route 257. Parker Furniture, where your home begins.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
And back here at I was going to say Central Clarion, but it's Clarion University here at the Memorial Stadium. It is Kerle Tire Company's Game of the Week here on exploreClarion.com. And we're in that Kerle Tire pregame show. We're going to take a moment here. We're going to go inside the game with Brookville Equipment as they help us do that. And we're going to start with Butler first. Here's the team coming in at 7-2. A record a little deceiving a bit. They did get a forfeit win over Westinghouse early on. I know Dave had a chance to talk to the folks down that way, and we'll see what he found out.
Yeah, I talked to Eric Christie, the head coach, and Mike, you know him really well, and Governor, you've seen him in the past with everything. But a really good conversation with him. He wanted to talk a lot about his quarterback, Nico Gabetta. Bagetta is just an all-round guy. Great. He started playing football at Butler as a freshman. He got into the lineup, got a chance to play a middle linebacker and such. And he's not only the quarterback for Butler, but he's also the starting middle linebacker, and he's also the strongest kid on the team, and he's got a 4.0 grade point average. And that's one of the nice things that Coach Christie talked about is the leadership that he basically provides is going to be around because he's only a junior. They run the ball an awful lot. Mark Clems is their running back. He's gained over 875 yards. And they have 4 really good standout players that he really highlighted an awful lot when I had a conversation with him. But this Clems kid, he just raved about him. He says he started as a sophomore as a running back. He's also a plumber, bought his own car. He's an entrepreneur. He is just an all-round guy. He goes, he comes and works on everybody's plumbing around the house and everything else, and we pay him. And he's a really, really good guy. And receiving the ball is going to be Deacon Semenko. His brother is a twin brother, and Deacon Semenko has 30 receptions for 432 yards. He's got a twin, and he transferred earlier this year to North Catholic, and Deacon decided to stay at Butler. So that was a big, huge get and keep for the Butler program and everything. And Coach Christie said this is the best start they've had since 1992. And, you know, there's a lot that really goes into that. They could have won that game last week against Wheeling Park. They lost that game down at Wheeling 20-13. But they had 2 chances late in the game inside the 20-yard line. There was some penalties. Guys jumped off sides. They fumbled the ball. And that's something that hasn't happened to them all year. So they're looking to make those corrections and try to come out tonight and try to get a big win. We also talked a little bit about his schedule. And if you look at Butler's schedule, Quad A team for years and years and years, and they really went off the board playing Meadville, Hollidaysburg, Westinghouse, Connellsville, the university team down in Morgantown. And I told him, I says, what's your thoughts on this WPIO alignment? And he says, well, everybody's bailing. Baldwin, Fox Chapel, Shaler, and Connellsville. They're going to be people that make up our schedule next year, and they're going to wait till the winter until the PIA decides how they're going to realign or if they are going to realign. So he's pretty excited, and he's building a program down there, and his goal is to get 100 players on his team. They have an awful lot right now if you look at their roster. So sounds like he's doing a pretty good job, fellas, and, we wish him the best of luck, especially after tonight's game.
Well, I know that, of course, the enrollment down there has always been large, but they've had their challenges certainly whenever they were part of the WPIAL. And I think it's a great move on their part to go outside and think outside the box. Hey, let's fix this. Here's how we're going to do it. And obviously they got a coach, and Coach Christie, who's a hands-on kind of guy. And, again, Dave, those players you talked about, that's what jumped out to me as I looked across the stat sheet in preparation for this. I love the fact that it's just a 2-to-1 ratio as far as run versus pass, and they're dedicated to that, but they're not afraid to pass a little bit. And again, when you look at those numbers, I think they're really going to tell quite a bit of the story tonight.
All right, that a look in at the Butler Tornadoes, and we're going to take a timeout. Coming back, we got the Central Clarion Wildcats on the way as we continue the Brookville Equipment looking inside the game. It's all more on the way, and tonight it is the Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week as Butler here at Central Clarion, and you're watching it live on exploreClarion.com.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters, and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
From custom tees to engraved trophies, All American Custom Apparel and Engraving does it all. Screen printing, embroidery, awards, unique gifts, and more. Almost anything on almost everything, crafted with pride and designed to impress.
Showcase Homes in Chippenville offers modular and manufactured homes with over 240 customizable floor plans. Tour 8 display models on site, ready for immediate delivery. From permits to porches, we handle it all, from start to finish.
Oaks Building Supply is committed to providing quality building products to the community. Everything you need to get the job done right, visit Oaks Building Supply in Lucinda.
Fowler's Furniture just got better with fresh new styles from Best Home Furnishings. Refresh your home with new chairs that allow you to select your fabric your way. Select stylish, best-selling furniture and upgrade your comfort with power. And pieces that are both pet and kid-friendly. Relax in a new recliner in sizes and styles to fit everyone and every decor to meet your family's unique needs. Shop these new styles now before they're gone, only at Fowler's Furniture.
Looking for a dentist who truly cares? At Rooted Dental, Dr. Mealy combines expert care with hometown heart. From cleanings to confident smiles, your family's comfort is our priority. Rooted Dental, where healthy smiles begin, on Main Street in Knox. Just like your favorite team needs a solid game plan, you need a financial strategy for victory. Our advisors are fiduciaries, always acting in your best interest. That means transparent, tax-smart investing to maximize your wealth. Don't just play the game, win your financial future. Visit us at Gorley Financial, your trusted financial advisor. Gorley Financial is a proud sponsor of local youth events. Visit GorleyFinancial.com for more information.
All right, back at Memorial Stadium, live from the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth. It is Kerle Tire Company's Game of the Week as Butler here at Central Clarion. Mike Kalinowski along with the Governor Bob Dunkle. We got the Dean Dave Cadis, Tyler Oakes behind the computer screen tonight. We got Brock Air Jordan down on the field with Scott Fox and Nico Cosma, or Costanza as Mr. Cadis calls him, taking care of the camera upstairs here. They got the coin toss going on down on the field there. This is the one they do before the ceremony, one before the game. So Bob's got his glasses up. He's going to try to see if he can figure out who wins.
Yeah, that's a big mystery down there.
It's almost like naming a pope. They should have a thing where they have like smoke, and then we know if it's black smoke, white smoke, who gets the ball.
What do you think, Governor? The referee dropped the coin, and all of a sudden he looked at Butler. Oh, there it is. He's got the coin now. Play-by-play on this.
Yeah. We're trying.
Yeah, I looked to the left, Mike, and I saw the new big Al Jacks Field banner on the stadium, or on the scoreboard down there. Very nice.
Yep. Looks very nice.
I was with all the 1980 guys that played here at Clarion on that championship team playing cold golf today with those guys. They'll all be here at the stadium tomorrow, so they were pretty excited about having the field named after old Coach Jacks.
Well, there we go. The players, and we'll see. Bob's we'll make a prediction here coming up. Now we're taking a look at Central Clarion as we go with Brookville Equipment. Here's the team at 5-4. They certainly turned things around over the last couple of weeks. Able to come up with some big wins, starting to really gel as a squad. You see Carter Hyman, too, taking control at that quarterback position, something that I think that they were hoping would happen by the end of the season, and he certainly has, and should really play dividends here tonight.
Well, it certainly should. And I think, one of their big things, Mike, if you talk to players and coaches alike, they're going to tell you, look, a couple of those losses, they're only 1 or 2 plays away from changing the outcome of that game. And, of course, one of those games involving Punxsutawney and one involving Karn City. But, the reality is they did lose those games. That's water under the bridge. They can't do anything about that now. They can focus on what's going forward. And, boy, the last couple of weeks, a lot of energy within that organization, Dave.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we saw him play on last Thursday night against Du Bois, Governor, and he has really come a long way. Made one mistake towards the end of the half there where he threw an interception, or third quarter he threw an interception. But beyond that, he ran the ball effectively. He made the throws he needed to make. He ran the play clock and the play clock efficiently with the lead. And you can just see the maturation of a sophomore quarterback. The more he plays, the more he matures, and that's going to be really big heading into the playoffs.
The growth that's taken place is kind of been, very entertaining, certainly for us. We get to see this almost each and every year, but to see a sophomore continue to grow, certainly a positive thing for us as well. But, as you look at this group, there's a lot of talent on this group, and, one of the guys, too, that jumps out at me is Ethan Rex. Ethan averages just about 6.6 yards per carry this season. He has been money in the bank, but he can also catch that football, but he's a strong defensive player as well.
Yeah, he was all over the field last week defensively, also on the offensive end of the gambit, and he is easy to pick up because he's got all the pink. He's got the pink stockings and the pink elbow pads and all kind of different things. But talked to him very early in the year when we interviewed the Clarion players, and he was really grounded and said, hey, we take one game at a time, and that's just a regular type of thing you hear all the time. But they have really, they've gone through their trials and tribulations, and they've turned it around, and he's the main reason why this offense has turned around and the defense has really shined here. Is you want to play your best football as you go down the stretch, and that's certainly what Central Clarion is doing right now.
Yeah, speaking of defensive shining, Hayden Hyman, he has shined throughout this entire season. He's a big guy. He draws a lot of attention. Every offensive coach knows that wherever that guy lines up defensively, they got to be aware. And certainly the game plans, everything's been schemed against that. But one of the guys who's helped make that a challenge for every coach is Brant Parker. Parker's another one of those guys. Doesn't perhaps get as much attention from a lot of people as what he should, but he's also a guy that disrupts things back there as a defensive lineman.
Yeah, he made a real big impression on me during the playoffs last year. Had a big game when we were down at Farrell, and you knew that he was arrived because he plugged away all last year. Then all of a sudden he showed up in that game and really did the job. But they have a big stabilizing force. They have 4 big guys on that defensive line, Governor, and that's going to cause any team a lot of havoc, and they're playing at their best right now.
They are. There's another guy, too. We've got to mention this guy because each week he makes 1 or 2 big plays at least, at a minimum, especially on special teams. That's Jackson Moravins. This guy just comes out of nowhere at times. You don't really look for him particularly as he lines up in the football field, but you find him really quick because he makes these great open field tackles. He runs guys down. He's just got a lot of ability. He's a fun guy to watch because he's always hustling.
Yeah, and we gave him a special mention last week for Hager Player of the Week, and he really showed up against Du Bois, and you can see a big difference in the way his play is from the first couple weeks to the end of the season here. So they got some good standout players, and Coach Eagleton's got to keep them together, and they got to get through this game with Butler and then see where the next, where the playoffs, when they start and where they head from there.
Yeah, there is going to be a player that they're going to really miss tonight. However, that's Mason Burford. Burford suffered an injury late in last week's ball game, so he is out this week. Of course, we saw him in a street close tonight getting honored as it's senior night here at Clarion.
Yeah, and you guys actually kind of saved me a little bit, too. I saw Jackson Ravence's grandmother today, and she's Marcy, and she goes, "You're not saying my grandson's name enough." And I said, well, we try to as many times as we can. She goes, "No, you talk to the governor too much and to Dave. You say his name more." Well, guess what? Thank you. That really helped out.
Well, on the other end of the deal, I saw Briggs Bexwood's grandmother, and she was raving about how many times the governor and I said his name last week. So, and special favor for a small donut or two, we will get your son's or daughter's or grandson's name on the radio.
Everybody's got a price. Ours isn't very high.
That's right. All right. Well, we're going to take another time out. We're going to come back. We're going to go around District 9 this week with Len-Pro equipment. That's all on the way, and it is the Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week here as Butler is here at Central Clarion. We'll take that break now. You're watching us live on exploreClarion.com.
Legacy Archery in Brookville is your full-service bow shop, offering an indoor range, techno hunt video system, custom strings, and over 150 bows and crossbows and camo in stock. Whether you're new to archery or prepping for hunting season, Legacy has the gear and know-how to sharpen your skills.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
Top Tier Federal Credit Union is rated #1 in Pennsylvania for the benefits provided to our members. Whether you're saving for tomorrow or building something big, we're with you every step of the way. Top Tier Federal Credit Union, everything banking should be. For expert healthcare, visit Primary Health Network's Clarion Community Health Center. Since 2014, we've provided family medicine, behavioral health, dental care, and walk-ins, all under one roof. Primary Health Network's Clarion Health Center is located at 30 Pinnacle Drive. Learn more at primary-health.net. If your truck's down, your business is too. Bauer Truck Repair gets you back on the road fast with expert service and 24/7 roadside assistance. Call 814-226-6023 or visit BauerTruckRepair.com. PA Mushroom Company, home of Forager's Kitchen, right on Route 66 in Lucinda. All season long, score big with their touchdown special. Any one-topping pizza, just $9.99. Pick one up and take it to the game. Forager's Kitchen, Route 66, Lucinda, PA.
All right, here at Al Jacks Field, Memorial Stadium here in Clarion. Kerle Tire Company's Game of the Week. It is Butler here at Central Clarion and in the Kerle Tire pregame show. Time to take a look around District 9 this week, brought to you by Len-Pro Equipment. Bob, I got to ask you first, though. You have to work tomorrow?
No.
What?
Off day.
Off day.
It's getting soft at Len-Pro.
Well, I'll tell you, and I can't give a special. We'll have to wait until next week.
It was a good week for me, so,
All right.
That's good. Selling a lot of stuff. That's good. Keep that sponsorship money rolling in.
So we had Port knocking off Brockway last night, 48-22. Union AC Valley over Reynolds, 24-14. Other games going on here. Do you have a list over there, Cadis? I have it too. I'll let you go ahead.
I got them. Keystone and Cotty tonight. I think that game's at Cottersport, and if it is, it's probably 8 degrees up there, basically, and that's a good thing while we're here. Montauk is going to be at St. Mary's tonight. It'll be cold up there too. Ridgeway at Otto Eldred. There's a lot of travel going on here with a lot of teams. Kerwinsville versus Tussey Mountain tonight. Cameron County and Smethport. That's pretty close proximity to each other. Bradford and Kane tonight. Brookville got the big win. No, they got the win last week? I'm trying to remember if they got the win or not. But Brookville and Red Bank will go at it tonight. Penn Cambria and Clearfield. Butler and Central Clarion tonight, and rounding out Governor. This will be an interesting one to see. Du Bois and Hollidaysburg tonight. Hollidaysburg is really loaded, and they defeated Butler 33-6. Yes, they defeated Butler 33-6 earlier in the year, and Central Clarion scrimmaged Butler before the season began, and talking to a couple of the assistant coaches for Clarion says Hollidaysburg is loaded. You're going to see them make a big run in the playoffs.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of positive things about Hollidaysburg, so you're going to see a little bit of offense.
All right, so there we go. Looking to look around there. Some more games, too, on coming up. We'll hit those, but we just heard we need to go down to the field. We got Brock Jordan down there on the field. Let's see what the report, what's happening.
Down here on the field at Al Jacks Field for Memorial Stadium and PennWest Clarion. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a fun one tonight. Butler versus Central Clarion. Butler making the trip up here. Coming in at 7-2, coming off a loss against Wheeling Park. They're going to look to slow down a Clarion offense that really found its groove last week against Du Bois. For Clarion, you're going to take advantage of the extra day off playing on Thursday last week. Take advantage of that, get the offense running and gunning again, and finish the regular season off with a win to head into the playoffs with some momentum. And we're going to send it back up to the guys in the booth.
All right, good job there by Air Jordan. That's Brock down there. And we want to let you know, too, that going down there on the field into the trenches, we're brought to you by Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. They're located right over there on the River Hill here in Clarion. Some other games, Mr. Cadis, were there any other ones that stood out? Did you mention the Carn City Wilmington?
I did not have Carn City Wilmington on the schedule here.
That is a huge game. I think both teams really want to find out just where they're at as far as this point.
Wilmington has been dominant in football over there for a long, long time.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what that score is going to be like tonight.
Yeah, sure will. And so we'll have all those games. And again, that's brought to you by Land Pro Equipment. We'll take another break. We're going to come back. We have the governor's keys to the game. We'll also look at the field conditions, the weather forecast. It's all coming your way. And it's all right here on the Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week on exploreClarion.com.
Good luck to all of our area teams from Clarion Ford Chrysler.
Local sales team. Local owners.
And remember to buy local at Clarion Ford Chrysler, where all your money stays to the local community.
MPRC helps me with the flexibility of the class times. I'm able to balance work, our hobbies of racing, and our family time in general with being able to take classes when it's convenient for me.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
At First United National Bank Freiburg, the fun bank, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. From savings to home loans, we help you grow right where you belong. Stop in today and feel the difference at the fun bank.
For over 50 years, Kerle Tire and Clarion has been keeping you rolling with quality tires for all your driving needs. And now, we're more than just tires. From state inspections to oil changes to brakes and total car care, Kerle Tire is your one-stop shop to keep your vehicles safe and running smooth. Experience hometown service you can trust and quality you can count on. Kerle Tire, the area's largest selection of tires. Stop in today and see why Clarion has trusted us for over 50 years.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No. Tionesta Builder Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. We're a full-service bank that offers the financial tools you need and the personal attention you deserve. You'll discover we're not just investing in our community, we're investing in you. Clarion County Community Bank.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Red Bank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Red Bank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium, Ajax Field here in Clarion. Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week as Butler gets set to take on the Central Clarion Wildcats here on exploreClarion.com. We're in the Kerle Tire pregame show. And time now to take a look at the Fallers Furniture Governor's Keys to the Game. We'll get the Governor's idea. We'll see if the Dean Dave Cadis wants to add anything to it. And, Bob, what does each team need to do to come out with a win?
Well, we'll take a look at Butler first, Mike. I think they want to stretch the field, test the secondary. And, of course, this is a team that likes to pass, but they're not afraid to run also. Pretty solid team in that regard. They want to stay in this 2-to-1 run-to-pass ratio. I think defensively they want to come up with a way to contain Ethan Rex. You got to be aware wherever he is at, because this guy can run the football, he can catch the football, very exciting player, and certainly one that you got to be prepared to stop. And they also want to be prepared for special teams play. Big plays out of this Central Clarion special team, whether it is blocking punts, whether it's returns. Central Clarion puts a high emphasis on special teams performance. Now, Central Clarion, their big key is you got to get this offense rolling early on. And how do you do that? Well, you want to feed Ethan Rex. And again, doesn't matter whether you're feeding him that football, running it, or throwing to him, but that opens things up for the other players that are going to also be big factors in this football game as well. So certainly that's a key to get him rolling. And you want to continue your stellar defensive performance you've had over the last couple of weeks. And how do you do that? Well, you got to be aggressive defensively. I think that's been the big key, Mike. They've shown multiple looks. They have been very aggressive, and it's paid big dividends here the last couple of weeks.
All right, so there you go. Fallers Furniture, Governor's Keys to the Game. Field conditions brought to you by Cousin Basil Restaurant. Well, brand new turf here, put in last year?
Yeah, last year.
So first time the high schools had a chance to play on this. They used to play their home games here years ago.
Third turf replacement. We got the original one, and then we replaced it one other time after a 10-year stint, actually 11. We should have done it in 10, but we got away with it. And the new one last year.
Yep.
So it's nice. The end zones look great with the Clarion and on both ends, and did a really nice job.
All right, so the field, great condition, and the all-season temporaries game forecast. Going to get chillier tonight. Temperatures should drop down through the 40s into the upper 30s as the game goes on. Still can see a shower move through, but the wind has kind of died down here, which has been pretty good. So not too bad here for a football game at this time of the year. Again, brought to you by All Seasons Temporaries. We're getting set teams who will be coming onto the field. Guys, I want you to think about this because we always talk about the Showcase Homes, Tempest Supply and Service home field advantage. Well, this is not Central Clarion's home field. They play at Central Clarion, or they play Clarion High School and Clarion Limestone. Would be home field advantage playing up here. What do you think?
Well, here's what my thoughts are. Look, it's autumn leaf week. You know, they got a little bit of juice, and remember, of course, we haven't talked much about this season because we take it for granted. Central Clarion's a combination of a couple of different schools, so these schools all participate, they take part. Oftentimes, we think of autumn leaf as a Clarion activity, which really not. It's a Clarion County activity. So, I think they're going to feed off that juice a little bit, and you've got the added incentive. There's a lot of people. Family members in from out of town. I noticed as I'm looking through the crowd tonight, I see some different people that graduated, 10, 15 years ago that aren't normally in the area, and it's great to see all these fresh, familiar faces making a return.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things they've tried, I know, from years in my position as AD, was that to try to get Clarion High School here on a Friday night during autumn leaf, a home game at least, whether it be down at the high school or here at Memorial Stadium. So a lot of new people in town, they want to come up to the game, get the atmosphere, listen to the band, not only football players, but the band, the cheerleaders, everything else. So I think it's a great, great night for a football game. Butler's used to this, man. They play some big schools, and they see the bleachers and all of that type of thing. But you're right, Bob. In some ways, it's autumn leaf. I went up, I don't know, it was like Wednesday afternoon to pick up couple cinnamon rolls, and I think half the high school was out because they let them go at lunchtime, it looked like, and let them go up and enjoy that and everything. But I think Coach Eagleton has them focused, and I think that's a big thing. He's got to keep the eye on the ball and, to continue this momentum going into playoffs. That's an awful lot.
Well, here come the Wildcats as they come through that sign on senior night. And there they go. No wipeouts this year. We made it a full season.
It's early.
And you guys missed it. They actually had a shot of Nacho Oaks getting his nachos and pretzel delivered up here.
As long as the producer and director is happy, that's the main thing.
That's right. The on-air guys, forget it. We deserve to starve, suffer.
That's it. It's like being at home. Keep Mama happy. Here it's keep Tyler happy.
Well, there we go. Teams are on the field. We'll have the anthem coming up here momentarily, then that ceremonial coin toss. And we're all set to rise for that national anthem. And here it is from Aljax Field. Go national anthem here from Memorial Stadium. And again, All-American Awards and Engraving remind you to check out this week's Soldier Spotlight on all of our Explore sites.
Well, when the Clarion High School band was marching on Main Street coming in, I got a chance to march right into the stadium with them, man, as they were hitting the drums and everything else. That was pretty cool experience to start off tonight's football game.
So here we go. As they come across the field, we'll see who will get this football first tonight. Final game of the regular season in the 2025 season. Hard to believe. We've already cruised along this many games.
Yeah, it's flying by. Playoff time, folks.
So the officials bring them together here. The handshakes are in.
We had a good one last Friday with Karn City and Punxsutawney. And we're expecting the same tonight.
Officials have already given all the instructions. They already know the outcome. This is the beauty and the pageantry.
It's drive you crazy, basically.
So we have a delivery? Okay. You can just set it right up here.
Hey,
then.
if they put it on his credit card, that's good news.
Yeah, we have a delivery. Well, thank you. And we have to say a big thank you to Roger Walter. Roger, you better come down and help us take care of this stuff, too. Well,
Yes,
get down here. Yeah, we just had a delivery here of some pizza and wings and a whole bunch of stuff. I think, Bob, you must have complained enough.
Well, hey, ask and
Oh, you
you'll
need
get
a
it.
tip. He needs a tip, Bob.
He's waiting around for a tip. Give the guy a tip. Give him a tip. Drink more water or something, Give him that kind of tip.
Yep. Well, and it might be. Well, maybe the boss was being nice tonight too.
It could be.
There you go. All right, Roger
Thank
Walter
you.
here. We do want to thank Roger for that delivery, and Bob, I'm still surprised you didn't give him a tip.
Buy low, sell high.
Where that came from, we better investigate that before we get into it. Governor, I think Clarion is 1 to Towson's the third, basically, after all the delivery stuff here.
Yeah, we were kind of caught by surprise, not usually having one of the high school principals bring us a delivery of pizza.
I can honestly tell you, I think that's the first time in all these years that's happened, Mike.
Oh, and you can see all of our cameramen just eyeing up. What's over there? What's over there? What's over there?
That'll teach Tyler to go for the nachos.
That's it.
Kaufman is the deep man as he awaits
Boy,
the
and
kickoff.
you're seeing some of that size. We didn't really talk much about it, but there is a little bit of size out there, a little bit of beef out there for that Butler squad.
Yeah, absolutely. With that many kids, I didn't get a chance to get through the whole, but their roster's 3 pages long. So Coach Christie's got a lot of guys out there building that program down at Butler, doing a fine job. We're going to have to get onto the glasses here, Governor, tonight. We're a million miles away from
There
the
is
field
no gray
here.
area on this.
Schweitzer set to kick things off. And again, back deep is Kaufman. Here's the kickoff. Going to kick it short. Going to take a couple of bounces, and it's going to be taken by one of the upmen there. I believe that was Kevin Shriver, number 7, getting on top of the football.
Yeah, good job grabbing that football and getting down on it. Butler up pretty good field position to start.
Butler will take over 1st and 10 from their own 28.
So here's Butler. The quarterback is Baguetta. You're going to watch for Clems out of the backfield. They do like to run him a lot.
Yeah, Baguetta, one of those quarterbacks, too, that can not only chuck the rock, but he can tuck it and roll. Decent average per carry.
So here we go. Baguetta will work out of the shotgun. Going to hand that football off. That's Clems getting the carry, and he's going to be tripped up and dropped right off the bat. He'll lose a yard on the play. They started at the 28. They're going to be dropped back at the 27. 1 yard loss.
Look like Charlie Heppel and Hyman in on that tackle.
Yeah, Heppel's been one of those guys that very consistent defensive performer out there for Central Clarion this entire season. Makes tackle after tackle.
So second down here and 11 for the Tornadoes.
I'm waiting for you to say Tornado at some point tonight.
You never know. Twins off to the left. The man goes in motion. That's Simcoe. They're going to hand it off to him. Simcoe over the right side on that sweep, and he's going to be hit, and he doesn't get much at all. And they're going to say just to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and 11 now. 3rd and long brought to you by Best Wealth Management.
And not quite the beginning that Butler was looking for here.
Yeah, Coach Christie highlighted his 2 playmakers, and Simcoe was one of them. And they're trying to get the ball to their playmakers.
This is where, as a defensive lineman, you love these situations because you can pretty much just get in that block and just steam ahead. You don't got to worry so much about the run. Most likely going to be a pass.
3rd down long. Ball sitting at the 27-yard line here for Butler. Baguetta working in that shotgun. Clems in the backfield. They're going to send the man in motion again. Goes right to left. Dropping back. Baguetta going to try to run with that football, and he can, but this time he's not going to go much of anywhere. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Yeah, and that ball almost popped out down there. And
Heineman was down there on that tackle.
I thought for a second I actually saw a drone out there.
That's a balloon.
Yep.
Blue balloon, I saw that.
Brings up a punting situation here at the 10:02 mark.
Rex is the deep man back there.
Remember, this Central Clarion squad does like to tend to be aggressive on these. They've put a lot of pressure throughout this season on the punters.
Here's a snap. Good snap. Oh, they're going to fake. Look to fake. Now they're going to punt it away. It's a short punt. Bounces at the 50 and then out of bounds.
It's a rugby style of punt.
Yeah, everybody's going to that. And I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, Governor. I'll tell you, you've got to make that decision for that punter to either keep that football or punt it away. That's a tough decision to make from down on the field.
If you have the right personnel for it, it's not a bad way to go. But you can also get that punter killed out there.
Absolutely, and then you're stuck for the rest of the game because usually you think about it, you know how many times you have a backup punter.
This level, almost never.
Yeah.
Here's Central Clarion now. Hindman under center, ready to go. Rex behind him. He's going to hand that football off to Rex, and Rex is going to be hit and dropped immediately. A yard loss on the play back to the 49-yard line.
Boy, it looked like a busted play there.
I was going to say, took a little too long to develop. Almost had to be a busted play. Again, take nothing away there. Great penetration by the big defensive front. And you can hear that loud and proud Butler band across from us. Very loud.
One thing, they can't play when the other team has the ball, but you can scream all you want.
They're doing a good job of that, I could tell you.
Tight at the line of scrimmage.
You know, one of the interesting facts we discovered last week was Briggs Beckwith in that backfield had a great game against Du Bois.
Ball handed off on that sweep around, and that was Moravitz getting the carry. Nice job by him. He'll pick up 6 yards.
Brought down by Marcus.
Yeah, good running by Moravitz that time. Up the field, north and south running under that east and west thing, so pick up about 5 on the play.
Ball sits at the 45-yard line here at Butler. 3rd down and 5 now for the Wildcats. Hindman will go under center. Rex went in motion. They're going to hand that football off, and right up the gut they go with it. On that run was Beckwith, and Beckwith will take it. And it looks like he's right there at the first down marker.
He had to get to the 40. You can always tell Briggs Beckwith now with those orange shoes. Easy to pick up, number 14 in the backfield.
So that will be a Clarion Ford first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, nice job there moving that football.
Governor, he had a great game last week against Du Bois. We gave him the run of the game, I believe. I'm not sure which one. Mike's got it on the sponsor sheet, but the hard running he had on a 10-yard run to the goal line was incredible last week.
Ball handed off Rex this time. Left side. Here goes Rex cutting out. Nice gain by Rex. He'll pick up about, they're going to say the knee went down just inside the 35 at about the 34-yard line. Give him 6 yards.
Jeremiah Queen in number 24 out front. Paving the way a little bit. Pretty good block.
Second down 4 here for the Wildcats.
It's a nice way to manage the clock here. It's down already to 7:15.
Looks like we're going to have a lot of running. Running the ball.
Hindman under center. Hands it off. That's Beckwith getting the carry right up the gut. And he'll be stopped just shy of the first down marker. He'll get about 3.
Yeah, good hard running by Briggs Beckwith once again. Clarion putting together a nice little drive here in the first quarter.
It is, and again, a successful, I tell people all the time this is, look, you can be a successful offense. You don't need to pick up 20 and 30 a crack. There's nothing wrong with picking up 4.5 to 5 plus a carry, or even the short passing attempts of under 10. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and your sophomore quarterback running the show pretty well tonight.
Oh, and the quarterback keeps it this time, driving forward. He'll take it inside the 30, down near the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and they're going to move the chains. Another Clarion Ford first down.
Again, just methodical, solid offense, fundamentally nothing crazy.
And this is where we've seen Clarion so effective this year. And I know they're without Love, they're without Burford, but they can run the football effectively, and they can take over a ball game.
You see this formation. Everybody is in tight. They're not spreading everybody out.
Handoff. Rex. Or, excuse me, that was Moravitz getting the carry that time again. He came around that left side. Give him credit, down near the 21-yard line. So that's a gain of 3. Second down here and 7.
Well, Governor, like you said, some of that big beef for Butler on their defensive line getting pushed around a little bit right now by that offensive line of Central Clarion.
So second down and 7 here for Central Clarion. Nice long sustained drive here. 5:20 to go. Clarion for his VNA first quarter.
Now they send trips to that far side.
Stack him over there. Hyndman will work out of the shotgun. Hyndman going to hand that to Rex. Here's Rex going left side. Rex cutting back in. And Rex will have the first down as he's in the Dubrook red zone all the way down near the 12-yard line.
Good play call. They moved all 3 wide receivers out to that far side as far as they could go outside of the numerals and pulling those linebackers out in corners and be able to run that ball up the middle. Pretty good job. Enough that gives them another first down.
Yeah, 9 yards on the pickup that time by Rex. Ball sitting down at the 12.
Head for cover.
Here's Hyndman out of the shotgun. Hyndman gives it to Rex again. Rex over the left side. And he's still on his feet. And he's down
no,
near.
He's in.
Does he get in on that left side?
Yes,
okay, I wasn't sure. And Rex is in there for the touchdown on the left side.
Yeah, 12-yard run by Rex that time. Ethan Rex around that left side, and the Central Clarion offensive unit find a little weakness on Butler's left side and able to run it in at the 4:27 mark of the first quarter. So good running. Like Mike said, looked like Rex was going to be stopped a couple times and able to lumber his way into the end zone. Extra point attempt by the Wildcats. Snap is there, hold is there, kick is up, and the kick is good. So
that was Bish on that extra point. We'll take a break. 4:27 remaining here in quarter number 1. It's 7-0 Central Clarion. You're watching Kerle Tire Company's Game of the Week right here on exploreClarion.com.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
All right, back here at Al Jacks Field at Clarion. 7-0. Wildcats lead it. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be kicked short again. And that ball's going to bounce, and it will go out of bounds, so they'll bring it back to the 35-yard line. And if this was Bob Dunkle territory, he'd say, kick it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Make him run one more time.
I have no opinion on that. The jury's out. I'll have to side with the governor on that. I'd like to see him run. Boy, you get an opportunity.
There
they're going to make him do it,
you go.
Governor.
That's what I like to see.
And again, the deep man will be Nash Kaufman.
You know, especially as the game unfolds, you know, and you have a smaller roster, by all means, make them run.
Simcoe back there, too. So Kaufman and Simcoe, the speedsters.
Yeah, Simcoe, pretty dangerous football player in his own regards back there for Butler. He's got 30 receptions on the year for 432 yards and 3 touchdowns. So
every time I hear that T-shirt being shot, I almost look and want to duck for cover.
Kickoff taken up by one of the short men there. Up across the 40, down around the 42-yard line. So they'll get a little better yardage out of it than the 35.
Yeah, it sort of forces the offensive team, the kicking team, to like lay off and say, you better put it in play. So they worked on that.
We had a couple of games several years ago where I think in one game we had, what 3 or 4 times in a row they made him kick it off?
Yeah. Yeah. I seem to recall that. You don't see it too much of the college game. In our college game tomorrow, they'll take the ball and just go with it.
Quarterback is Bagetta. They've got good field position here at the 42-yard line. Second possession here for the Butler offense. Clems will work out of the backfield. He's got twin receivers off to the left. Simcoe is in that slot on the left side. Bagetta will take the snap. He's going to give that to Clems. Clems, he'll get forward progress there of a couple yards, but not much. He'll pick up 2 out near the 44-yard line.
Boy, Beckwith there, a chest on chest. Good, fundamental, solid hit.
Yeah, squared him up really well and brought him down.
Second down and 8 here for the Tornadoes. First quarter action here from Memorial tonight. Second down, Bagetta will drop back into that shotgun. Twins go to the right side this time.
Surprised we haven't seen him go to the air.
He's going to keep it over the right side. He's looking to run. Here's Bagetta. He's tripped up, and he'll get up across the 45. We'll see where they spot him out of bounds. It's up close to the 49, so it's a 5-yard pickup. Sets up a third down now and still about 3.
One of the Central Clarion guys looked like, I'm trying to think who that was back there, had a shot at him in the backfield. It might have been Brant Parker, 52. But Bagetta pretty strong, got himself out of there.
Here's Bagetta working out of the shotgun. Looking to throw. Fires that football. It is caught. That's Simcoe with the catch. It's a first down near the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of around 7 for them, and they're going to move the chains here for a Clarion Ford first down.
It's a little dunk, little dink and dunk, and enough for Butler to pick up a first down and keep their drive moving. That's what they need right now, because Clarion came out, got the drive, drove it all the way down and got a touchdown, and Butler able to move the ball here a little bit on their second series.
Here's the ball pitched out. That's Clems with it. Clems stumps over a tackler, fights his way to the sideline, and he's going to pick up close to 8.
Yeah, Clem's got 9 total yards here in the ball game.
Jackson Moravins one more time. Making a name for himself as we get down the stretch. Called him a lot last week, calling him a lot tonight on that defensive side of the ball.
Second down and 2.
So second down here as Butler. Good drive putting on here late here in quarter number 1. They trail 7-0 to Central Clarion. It was the Rex 12-yard touchdown run to put the Wildcats on the board. Here's Bagetta out of the shotgun, keeping the football again over the left side. Here's Bagetta. He'll have the first down as he'll take it down to the 32-yard line. Give him credit for 6 yards on that one. They'll give him the 31 for that 6-yard pickup.
He just needed 2, and he ended up getting 6 on that left side of that Clarion defense.
And again, this is it's a no huddle type offense. It's really a motto huddle because there's what they do, they wait for a number to be barked in. Everybody checks the armbands.
Yeah, and if you take a shot at the sidelines over there, they're signaling in the plays, and Butler's got a lot of signage over there like a college game as far as calling in their plays.
Bagetta gives that to Clems again, and he's going to take that football inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2-yard pickup for him, second down here in 8. Minute 42 clock turning here in quarter number 1.
Clock continues to ease down. They spot that officially at the 28.
All right, let's give him 3 yards. Here we go from the 28, second down here in 7 now. Pino and Simcoe are the wideouts on the right side. Number 9, number 21 over there. Here's Bagetta. High snap, pulls it down, looking to throw, rolls to the right side, fires that football, and it's high. Tried to find Pino across the middle, and it's incomplete. Right down near that first down marker.
Well, Bagetta had a lot of time. Good job with that offensive line of Butler. Giving him a little time to work with, and Pino open. Bagetta just not able to get him the football.
Yeah, you're in that 4-down territory, so it's a good down to attempt a pass like that. You've got 2 more downs to pick up 7 yards. Third
down here for the Tornadoes. Third down and long, again brought to you by Best Wealth Management. Great sponsor here. Here's Baguetta with it. They're going to run that reverse. Here's Simcoe trying to turn the corner. And he's going to be hit and dropped. And, boy, he'll get maybe one out of it is all. Fourth down now. 4th down and 6 as he picks up just one.
I'll tell you what, Heinman got faked out. Then he realized the other wide receiver's coming back on the reverse. He adjusted, and just enough to slow him up a little bit where that secondary of the Bobcats able to come up and finish off the job.
Brings up now that 4th and 6 situation.
So it's a 4th down.
Yeah, Dave mentioned that. We got to get a shot definitely of the sign game taking place. That's big-time college sign level there.
Oh, yeah, they got Pitt logos over there. They got everything.
Here we go, rolling out of the pocket. Baguetta under pressure, fires the ball. Boy, he's rocked it. It's picked off. Are they going to say it is? It is. It is intercepted. And picking off that pass was Hepful.
Wow, did he take a shot at the end of that one? A good, solid, clean hit. Baguetta hung in there as long as possible. Ooh, I would be feeling that right now.
Yeah, and he's up making sure what day of the week it is, basically.
I'm telling you, if I'm hit like that, I'm still thinking about what I'm going to have for breakfast about 2 days from now. There's not a chance I'm going to move.
Well, he's a tough kid. Coach Christie said Baguetta, the strongest kid on the team. So playing middle linebacker on the defensive side.
Ball handed to Rex. Here's Rex over the left side. Rex this time is going to be hit and dropped. He'll get a couple yards is all.
It's going to be the end of the quarter, I think they're going to get.
Yep, so we will take a timeout. 7-0 Central Clarion leads here after 1. We'll take a break. We'll go to quarter number 2 on the way. You're watching Kerle Tire Company's Game of the Week right here on exploreClarion.com.
Since 1946, we've delivered. From commercial to residential, we've got you covered. We proudly serve and support our local communities. Call 844-DO-BROOK or visit us online. Do-Brook, your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
All right, here at Al Jacks Field, Memorial Stadium here in Clarion. It's an Autumn Leaf Festival Friday night. Nice, crisp, and cool, and it's 7-0 after 1. Butler will have... Our Central Clarion will have this football 2nd down and 8. They lead it here 7-0. The Rex touchdown, the difference in it so far. Of course, Central Clarion without the services tonight of Burford and Love. And they have run the football pretty effectively this evening.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Governor, if they've attempted a pass.
They have not had to.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And goes in motion.
Fumble.
And that ball loose on the field. And it looks like is
Yep,
did Butler get it?
Butler
did get it. All right.
So
that fumble there back. That ball down on the field, and Butler on top of it. Was waiting to see the official to point.
Trying to run a lot of that wing tee down there and faking the handoff, and another guy coming through on it. And Marcus Vicari right there, number 5 for Butler. Governor, you saw it plain as day, just laying on the turf, and he fell on it, and Butler's got great field position here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely a nice job there coming up with the loose football.
So here you go, Butler in great field position from the Clarion 15-yard line, from that Central Clarion 15. Baguetta will work out of the shotgun. Baguetta looking to throw, firing that football, and it is incomplete. Tried to sneak that down there into Clems.
Yeah, and I think Clems, as they say in the business, might have felt a couple footsteps there because Baguetta laid him out there. They put the ball a little bit too high, and that secondary from Clarion was closing really, really quick. That could have been a pretty big collision down there at about the 5-yard line.
Pino and Simcoe are wide out on the left side. Twins off to the right side as well. Here's Bagetta in the shotgun with Clems in the backfield with him, and Baguetta's going to keep the football. Here's Bagetta to the right side. Here's Bagetta to the 5 and then out of bounds. I think he might have stepped out just shy of the 5.
Picked up a pretty good block for number 26, Nash Kuffman, that time.
It's about 9, so 3rd and 1.
Hey, he's close to that first time marker.
Ball sits at the 6, needs the 5.
Yeah, I like the patience here. I like the fact, too, Butler, Mike goes right back with Bagetta, even though that pass was incomplete following that interception. I think it's a great confidence builder for your quarterback when you can come and do that.
Second quarter here, too. What I mentioned, it is a Hager Paving second quarter. This time, Bagetta will come under center. Clems behind him, and now we have whistles. We have a timeout. Central Clarion will use a timeout here. 11:43 remaining here in quarter number 2.
So we look, Mike, at the Ascendance Truck Center. We have Red Bank Valley up 8-0 over Brookville. The only score that we're getting here seems to be a little slow for everything rolling in here.
A report on that score is that Braylon Wagner running the ball an awful lot down there, having a big game running it.
He's on pace for 400 yards rushing this season.
Wow. So the timeout here as they'll talk it over. I want to remind you, coming up next week, we have more playoff volleyball coming your way here on Explore Clarion. I believe, as of right now, plans are to be over at Keystone High School on Tuesday. Clarion will travel up to Port Allegheny on Tuesday. That's a haul up there, so we'll get a report on that one and see what happens later in the week.
Mike, we've been getting bombarded by people asking us, hey, what's the football picture look like? It's a great question.
Yeah.
We can't answer right now.
Yeah, nope. We can't answer it because we don't know how it's going to play out here. Maybe over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we'll get a definitive answer.
Here's Bagetta again. He'll come onto the field, and looks like he'll come right up under center. Clems will be behind him in the backfield. They're going to send Simcoe in motion. They're going to give that was kept by Bagetta, and he's going to be hit and dropped on the play. Sacked behind the 10-yard line, back at the 11. That's a loss of 5.
Boy, what a play out there that time for Central Clarion. Coming up with that was Charlie Hepfel.
Wow.
Yeah, Charlie Hepfel and Brant Parker both there. 4th down, and no sign of a kicker coming on.
Yeah, you're on the road. You're in a great position. You got the football following a turnover. I don't think there's any hesitation here as to whether or not to go for it. But I do like, take the time, making sure everybody's on the same page.
They can still get a first down at the 5, so they don't have to score. So 4th here and 6. High snap pulled down by Bagetta. Bagetta rolls to the right side under pressure. Beckwith chasing him down, firing that football. It's caught down inside the 5, pulled in by Pino, and that'll be a first down and goal here.
It's a touchdown.
He scored.
They're going to give him the touchdown.
Yeah, I gave him a touchdown. The side judge put up the 2 arms, and Pino caught it. Looked like he might have been out at the 1, but
I thought so, but they're going to say touchdown. You guys caught it.
Yeah. So Butler needed that big play. They got one right there from Pino at the 10:42 mark of the second quarter. 11-yard scoring play. So Butler gets on the board 7-6. Now they're on to attempt the extra point. See how that goes. Snap is there. Oh, bad snap. And Butler's holder able to do a great job. That was number 7, Kevin Shriver, able to hold on to that snap and place it for that extra point. So we got a tie ball game.
All right, we'll take a break. 10:42 to go here in quarter number 2, 7-7. We're all tied up. You're watching Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week on exploreClarion.com.
Good luck to all of our area teams from Clarion Ford Chrysler.
Local sales team. Local owners.
And remember to buy local at Clarion Ford Chrysler, where all your money stays to the local community.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builder Supply. family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
All right, back here at Memorial Stadium. 10:42 go here in this second quarter. We're all tied at 7. Baguetta finds Pino for 11 yards on the touchdown.
Man, Alex Fulmer added the extra point.
Short kick. Picked up by one of the up men. Still running with that football. And finally, the mark down there right around the 32-yard line.
Deacon Simcoe and Shriver in on the tackle.
So Central Clarion with the football from their own 33-yard line, tied up now.
We've got to see if Clarion can answer that touchdown from the Tornadoes.
Here's Hindman. He'll work in that shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep the football. He's over the left side. Running with the football up across the 40, up to the 42-yard line. 9-yard pickup for Hindman. Nice run by the quarterback.
Jacob Colliger in on the tackle, number 42, eyeing him up. So we saw a little of that last week, Governor, with Hyman running the football, and that's another big threat in the Clarion offensive repertoire.
They're going to give him the full 10 on that instead of just the 9. So.
That was a really good spot for Central Clarion, so give him 10. That's a Clarion Ford first down. Right up at the 43-yard line, 10 exact yards. Here's the handoff. And running with that football, there goes Rex. Banging his way, first down and more, inside the 45, down near the 42. And a flag comes in.
I think a little extracurricular activity out there following the end of the play.
16 on the run. But we'll see what the penalty is.
You know, that run occurred, and I'll tell you, give a lot of credit to number 57, Patrick Dorish that time, just cleaning house on the left side of that offensive line, springing the ball carrier and creating a pretty nice hole for the Wildcats to run in.
After the play was over, football, personal foul, number 1, 15-yard penalty.
Oh, Baguetta's going to get the personal foul, the quarterback and linebacker.
So a 31-yard play in theory.
Yeah. Ball down to the 26-yard line, putting Central Clarion right in business.
And you talk about great field position, just like that.
So here we go from the 26. Beckwith right behind the quarterback, Hindman. Ravitz goes in motion. He's going to give that ball to Rex on that end around. Here's Rex lowering the shoulder. He'll take it inside the 25, down near the 23. Give him 3 yards on the play. Second down here at 7.
Mark Clem's in on that tackle.
Again, trying to mix up play calls a little bit. Trying to catch this defense off guard. And I think actually also trying to keep it on the honest side. We have yet to see Hyman attempt to pass.
Ball to 23, second down here in 7. Ravitz goes in motion. Hyman now looking to throw, has time, fires the football, he's got a man, it's Rex caught, and he's going to be down just shy of the goal line.
Ethan Rex at the 1.
Picks up 22.
Yeah, and he's frustrated because he thought there'd be a little more mustard on that ball. He was wide open in here coming at the 5-yard line. He come up a little beat up a little bit.
I think he had to twist awkwardly a little bit, and that impact. It's a little colder. The turf does give a little bit, but impact still, you're going to feel it.
Yeah, I was just going to say I thought it was warming up a little bit here. Let me tell you.
Well, I can no longer see my breath quite as easily.
Hyman's going to keep it. They get that push, and as Hyman into the end zone, we're waiting to see. They're still pushing and pushing.
The whistle just took forever.
They're going to say he's not.
Hyman with the keeper.
He's shy.
There's a mass of humanity down there inside the 1, and Hyman kept pushing and pushing.
This is where spectators, players, everybody has to remember, this is not like the NFL where you get to assist the runner.
Yes.
The temptation is there, but don't do it.
Well, Butler going to bring in a little bit more beef on the line down there. Kyle Newton, Boston, coming in, number 51. Try to anchor this left side a little bit.
But you're this close. really the bread and butter play here should be just to have Heineman take it.
Heineman going to hand that off, and that's Rex into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll take that 1 yard. Central Clarion back in the lead here in the second quarter with 7:33 to go.
Penalty flag on the play also, but it was after the touchdown. It's going to be some kind of personal foul. Could be a face mask. Look like they're looking at Davey Eagleton. He wants it on the kickoff.
Bish is on for the extra point try.
That's going to be 2 personal fouls on that drive against Butler, so Coach Christie probably going to have a little bit of a chat to rein those guys in a little bit.
Bish in for the extra point. Beckwith on the hold.
So there's the answer to your question. Clarion doing a pretty good job of answering Butler's score. So Bish on to attempt the extra point.
Going to be a false start.
Yep.
Just a little bit of flinch.
So he's got a little further to kick it.
False start against Central Clarion. We'll march them back 5.
Bish has been pretty consistent on the year, fellas, too. We all know we've seen Clarion an awful lot, and we had said he's going to be a big weapon going down the stretch, too.
And the extra point's up and good. So 7:33 remaining here in quarter number 2. It's now 14-7 in favor of Central Clarion. We'll break. You're watching Kerle Tire Company's Game of the Week on exploreClarion.com.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Since 1946, we've delivered. From commercial to residential, we've got you covered. We proudly serve and support our local communities. Call 844-DUBROOK or visit us online. DUBROOK, your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
All right, back here at Clarion, Schweitzer gets set to kick things off. It's Pino and Simcoe back, or excuse me, Kerfman and Simcoe back deep for Butler. They're going to kick it off from the 45 on the other side of the field. And this will be taken by Simcoe, and they're going to call the touchback. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. Now, tomorrow, I got to remember it's a 25.
It is a 25 tomorrow, that's right. Big homecoming game here at Memorial Stadium. Golden Eagles will be taking on the Seton Hill Griffins. 2 o'clock start. Watch the parade and then stop down for some good college football.
Of course, parade coverage will be on Explore.
Yeah, you're all excited because Dudley's going to be on there. You never know what's going to happen when Dudley's around.
Dudley is very entertaining.
I have yet to meet this Dudley you speak highly about.
Well, we're not talking highly, but we talk about him.
Often. You speak often about this Dudley.
Begettas get to hand it off. Clemens gets the carry right up the middle, weaving his way, and that's a decent carry for him. We'll take it out for about 4 yards out to the 24-yard line.
I'm still trying to process jumping Joey over the last 2 years, and now you got me on this Dudley kick.
Yeah, Dudley, of course, bringing updates from all the vendors this week. Very popular post on Facebook.
So second down here and 6. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in the Hager Paving second quarter here on Explore Clarion. Begetta works in the shotgun. He's going to give it right back to Clems. Here's Clems. Bang it his way. Here's Clems. Just right near first down yardage. We'll see where the spot is. I think he's going to be just shy. He needed 6.
Side judge come in, and I'm going to mark him back at the 29-yard line. Needs to get over the line at the 30. So 3rd and 1.
So 3rd down. Very short. 6:22, clock running. I'll tell you what, Butler is also, too, they let time, they use that play clock a lot. Begetta takes the snap. Clemens gets the carry, and he'll have the first down to take it up across the 30 and up to the 31-yard line. Give him a couple.
Yeah, good turn. One more. Just turned and got over that 30-yard line. Just enough for a first down.
Central Clarion's really got to be pleased with his defense. If you take a look at some of the quick stats here, Clem's only has 23 rushing yards, Bagetta with the 15 yards, and, of course, 18 yards passing out of Bagetta. But, it's a 14-7 ball game right here at the 5:47 mark, quarter number 2.
Clarion Ford first down here for the Tornadoes.
And Clem's is averaging about 97 yards a game.
Bagetta rolls to the right side. Here's Bagetta firing that football. It is caught. That's Sims, and he'll take that football out of bounds right up near midfield. That'll be a first down, and that is a gain of about 20 on that play.
Good job by Bagetta. I'll tell you what, fake held those linebackers and able to get his receiver out to the right side in front of that Central Clarion bench. Good throw to the right. A lot easier to throw the ball if you're rolling to the right.
How many yards was that?
Started, at the 41? Be 31. This will be 19.
High snap.
High snap goes over top of Baguetta's head, and he gets right. Lost the football again. It's still loose. And it looks like it will be Butler football, but boy, that ball kept bouncing around. That's a big loss, too, all the way back to the 29-yard line.
Mark Clem's able to have the awareness to fall on that football. But
it's a loss of 21.
Wow, Clem's is going to take the hit on that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were right up at midfield at the 50, and the ball all the way back to the 29.
Mike, you were right, man. That clock continues to run. There's only 4:50 remaining in the second quarter. It's been one of the quickest halves that we have seen.
Oh, there you go, Mr. Cadis.
Let me retract that.
Twins on each side here for Bagetta. 2nd and 31. They've got to go deep. He's under big-time pressure from Beckwith. Dumped it off. And it's an incomplete pass.
Tried to throw that inside screen to Deacon Simcoe. It wasn't there.
Yeah, Beckwith was right in his face there that time. He had to hurry. So 3rd and 31.
Tough position to be in.
Yeah, not many plays in the playbook to pick up that type of yardage.
Look for your 3rd and 31 play.
So here we go. Bagetta works in the shotgun. They're going to have to go deep here. Going to keep the football over the right side. He's running. He's back to the 35-40 and hit down at the 40-yard line. He'll get about 10 on the run. Give him 11 actually out to the 41. So 4th down and still 19.
Brought down by Moravitz.
Jack and Moravitz again with that. And Butler's going to have to punt that football away. A little bit too long now. 4th and 19. Mark that ball to 41.
Kuffman punting back deep will be Rex awaiting the punt. Punts brought to you by Janie Montgomery Scott, the Clarion office here on Explorer. There's the punt away. Nice punt, too.
Penalty flag on the play.
And Rex is going to let it go inside the 15. Keeps rolling on down near the 11-yard line. Great punt that time by Kuffman.
Let's see what the penalty flag is. Looks like...
surprisingly, everybody is still continuing to go on down the field.
Yeah, I know. That's what
Normally,
I'm
you have that one official who'll stand back by that flag.
And everybody's going to run back here. And let's see. This looks like one of those cases Governor might have fell out of his pocket because nobody's back here. It's going to be another 50-yard sprint to go pick it up.
Well, he's left it there, and I wonder for a reason.
They got to be discussing it.
White Hat's going to talk. Looks like a hold, maybe. I don't know if it's a hold.
Yeah, he wasn't going to leave it there to have to go just get it.
Yeah.
It is a hold.
Offense number 5. Be a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Yep, so they'll kick it again here. Boy, that takes away a Kuffman. What a punt by him.
Yeah, that flipped the field. That basically flipped the field, and Butler had Clarion pinned back really, really deep. But now he's going to go back out and try it again.
Can you find lightning in a bottle twice?
It goes a little bit better on the turf. It's so hard. It just bounces. If you can get it going in the right direction, it's in pretty good shape.
So here we go from the 30 now. They'll be punting. Huffman to punt, and Rex will move up after that holding penalty. Red Bank Chevrolet is our penalty sponsor here on Explore. Good snap. Punts away. This time shorter. It's going to bounce at about the 45 and continue, and it'll come to a stop at about the 43-yard line. So it's better field position here for Central Clarion.
Yeah, that's basically a 32-yard penalty in a sense.
Yeah, you're right. 3:27 remaining in the second quarter here.
It's a nice amount of time on the clock. You can manage it well. You can punch us in.
This is almost the same scenario we saw last week. Central Clarion goes in for another score. Now you're up 21-7 going into halftime.
Rabbits went in motion. Looking to throw is Hyman. Hyman fires that football, and it is caught down at the 40-yard line. And coming up with that catch, that was Rex downfield there to come up with it.
17 yards.
Good pass, find that open receiver. He's picking up that open receiver, and that's something we didn't see at the beginning of the year, and he's getting, more aware of his reads, you can tell, and, who's open and what am I supposed to be reading, which corner, which free safety, and you can see that progression happen with Hyman.
Here we go, new set of downs, Clarion Ford first down. Hand off right up the gut it goes. And was that Beckwith getting the carry? It was. He'll go forward for about 3 yards, make it a second down here and 7. Was looking to see the shoes hanging out there.
Oh, the orange shoes. Got to get the orange shoes in there. Get back to Hyman a little bit. Just more confident in what he's doing and when he's throwing the football. Not afraid to make a mistake.
May want to pick his tempo up a little bit as the clock is really starting to evaporate right now.
Hyman's going to keep it over the right side. Here's Hyman, stiff arms, and he'll be brought down after a gain down near the 34-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup again, so sets up a third down here and 4.
That's a pretty good tackle by Mark Clemps that time. Able to wrap up Hyman and pull him down, let him get away.
Central Clarion does have 2 timeouts remaining.
So here we go, third down. Hyman in the shotgun. Twins on each side for him. He's going to look to keep it again. He's hit, dropped in the backfield that time. He'll lose a yard back near the 35-yard line. So fourth down now for Central Clarion and 5.
Kyle Newton, Boston, pulling him down.
Good read that time by Butler.
4th down and 5 for the Wildcats.
There's a couple of schools of thought here. Milk as much time down. That way if you don't get it, if you do get it, again, you still have those 2 timeouts. But Hyman will bring the play to the huddle with just 15 seconds as they break that huddle.
They need 5. It's one of those things that could get them to jump or maybe take the timeout. Looks like they're going to run the play, Governor.
Hyman rolls to the left side. Here's Hyman under pressure, firing downfield, and it's incomplete. Tried to get that ball into Guth.
Marcus Vicari back there on the coverage for Butler.
Yeah, Vicari that time takes a deep breath, I think, because there was a little bit of contact.
Yeah.
And I think he was afraid that there would be a flag thrown. No call by the official. The ball does turn over on downs.
Yep, so Butler will have it here with just under a minute. They still have all 3 timeouts, too.
Well, play like that, you're really missing number 17 out there for the Wildcats. He's a go-to guy.
He's a big target. He's a fast target. He's got sure hands.
Yep. He's not in there tonight, so you got to play with what cards you're dealt.
Got the banana bunch here on the right.
Yeah, Bagetta looking to throw, firing that football downfield, looking for Pino, and it's going to go incomplete.
Good coverage by Clarion. Pass just wasn't there. Jackson Moravins. Good coverage for the Wildcats.
Bagetta now has completed 3 passes for a total of 37 yards in this one. Has had the 1 interception.
Stops that clock at 51 seconds. Second down and 10.
You guys know my thoughts here. I'm the king of conservative.
Oh, you're big.
You didn't have success on first down. There's only 51 ticks remaining. Be careful with this football.
Keeping it is Bagetta. Here's Bagetta over the left side. Bagetta Reaches out. He's very close to that first down marker. They're going to say he's about a yard shy. So give him 9, so 3rd down and 1.
He steps out of bounds, which is good. Governor, the other thing is, he's in that. They've had some difficulty snapping that football, too, back in shotgun. They had one snap on that last series go over the head, and Baguetta's had to scramble a few times with that snap standing back there in shotgun.
I can tell you, he took a good, solid, hard shot earlier in the ballgame. You can see there's no ill effects whatsoever.
So 3rd down and 1 here with 44 seconds on the clock. Baguetta's going to run it again. Here's Baguetta to the sideline. Baguetta 50, 45, 40. And then Baguetta out of bounds on that far side. He'll be down to the 40-yard line. So that is a gain of 15, 16 yards.
Yeah, that'll set up a 1st and 10 at the 44.
So moving the football is Butler, 37 seconds. Baguetta really doing a nice job. He knows he gets his yards, gets out of bounds, stops the clock, saves those timeouts.
You can see he's just a smart quarterback.
Junior.
Takes the snap again. Here's Baguetta firing that football. It is caught across the middle. And we're seeing who gets up with this catch. That is Pino with the catch down at the 30-yard line. And that should be another 1st down.
Yeah.
It'll be close.
Quick timeout by Butler.
So 30 seconds to go here in the half. That is a Clarion Ford 1st down with that football sitting at the 29-yard line here for Butler. Man, the way they've run it, that 30 seconds, that's a lot of time for them. It seems like how Baguetta's run that offense.
It is, but, we talk constantly when you see this at the high school level. Time, it evaporates. I can't tell you why, but it just goes so much faster at the high school level versus obviously the college, the NFL. Of course, big difference is you have a lot of time to work on plays, how you handle it out, but also everybody involved in it. Here, you have to remember those guys at that level, you got a lot more hands, quote unquote, used to being in that position.
So we'll see Butler here as they'll come on to the football field. They trail here by 7 here right before halftime. Central Clarion had that ball and did turn it over on downs. Butler now with that football at the 29-yard line of the Wildcats.
Trying to pick up a few scores for you. It's been pretty few and far between this evening on the old scoreboard.
Ball snap back to Baguetta again. Baguetta flushed out of the pocket. Here's Baguetta. He's going to tuck that football and run, and he'll get out of bounds again, stopping that clock with 23 seconds. Give him about 5 yards down to the 25.
Hyman looked like a big old grizzly bear coming out there, swatting at that football.
Yeah, that'll be a 4-yard pickup at that 25, so 2nd and 6.
So drops it down now, 22 ticks left on the clock.
Baguetta again, barks the signals, trips off to the right side. He's going to come to the right side. Baguetta firing that football, and it is tipped and almost intercepted that time. And that was Moravitz down there all over that football.
Couple scores for you. Kane 21 on the Ascendance Trucking scoreboard. Kane 21, Bradford nothing. Red Bank Valley 14, Brookville nothing in the second quarter. Cameron County and Smethport scoreless. Kerwinsville, Tussey, Motton scoreless. Keystone and Cowdy scoreless. St. Mary's 27, Montauk nothing.
Here's Baguetta again. Rolling to the right side, and he fires. It is caught. And that was Simcoe, I believe. Oh, nope, that was actually going to, it's Kaufman. Had to get it right there. Kaufman brings it in that time. Was so used to Simcoe on that side, but Kaufman brings it in.
Yeah, pretty good throw and a good catch by Kaufman that time. One other score of note, Carson City 20, Wilmington 7 in the second quarter.
So it's a 1st and goal with 9 seconds here for Butler. They could get a couple plays here. They're going to have to be quick. I'm not sure, too, if they would try for, if they wouldn't get it here, get a timeout, try for points. But we will see. Here's Baguetta out of the shotgun. Baguetta rolling to the left side. Baguetta looking, throwing the football, and it is incomplete down there. So 4 seconds.
Governor, you know that's my pet peeve. You have your right-handed quarterback trying to roll out left and throw the football. Virtually really, really tough to do.
It is impossible. We're going to have a timeout on that one, Mike.
Yeah, they'll take the timeout here. And again, timeouts here on Explore Clarion are brought to you by Gorley Financial. So they're going to decide what they want to do here. The ball sits at the 10-yard line. They're down 14-7. I'm not sure what their field goal capabilities are, but it would be about a 27-yarder from there.
Well, let's dig back in the statistics and see if we can find something here.
Mr. Cadis working hard over there.
Let's see, scoring. Point after attempts, field goals. They have no field goals on the year.
So that answers the question, doesn't it?
I think, yeah, and I think, too, the fact that, again, sometimes home or away depends on what a lot of your strategy is here. I think I go ahead and try and get 6 out of this opportunity here to tie it.
So they'll get a play here.
Winner tonight takes home $227.
Officials blow the whistle, and they say, all right, let's go. Ball sits at the 10, 2nd and goal, but just 4 seconds here in the half. Central Clarion leads it here 14-7.
Yeah, huge play in the game because I believe Central Clarion gets a kickoff to start the third quarter.
They do.
Here. So
here's Baguetta working out of the shotgun.
Should be the last play of the quarter.
Baguetta looking, flushed out of the pocket. Baguetta to that side, fires the ball to the end zone, and the ball is tipped. It's caught! And nope, and it's dropped. Wow, I thought it might have been caught there off that tip, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Deacon Simcoe had it in his hands, and he wasn't expecting it after it was tipped, and the ball falls incomplete, and that'll take us into halftime.
That sure will. 14-7, Central Clarion leads here at halftime. We'll take a break. Heater Lumber halftime show's on the way, and you're watching Kerle Tire High School football. It's all right here on exploreClarion.com.
Fowler's Furniture just got better with fresh new styles from Best Home Furnishings. Refresh your home with new chairs that allow you to select your fabric your way. Select stylish, best-selling furniture and upgrade your comfort with power. And pieces that are both pet and kid-friendly. Relax in a new recliner in sizes and styles to fit everyone and every decor to meet your family's unique needs. Shop these new styles now before they're gone, only at Fowler's Furniture.
For expert healthcare, visit Primary Health Network's Clarion Community Health Center. Since 2014, we've provided family medicine, behavioral health, dental care, and walk-ins, all under one roof. Primary Health Network's Clarion Health Center is located at 30 Pinnacle Drive. Learn more at primary-health.net. If your truck's down, your business is too. Bauer Truck Repair gets you back on the road fast with expert service and 24/7 roadside assistance. Call 814-226-6023 or visit BauerTruckRepair.com.
At the Carpet Barn in Clarion, flooring is anything but boring. We handle everything, from expert installation to full removal and cleanup, with precision, care, and commitment to quality. Visit our showroom and find flooring that works as hard as you do. The Carpet Barn, where style meets service. From custom tees to engraved trophies, All American Custom Apparel and Engraving does it all. Screen printing, embroidery, awards, unique gifts, and more. Almost anything on almost everything, crafted with pride and designed to impress.
Just like your favorite team needs a solid game plan, you need a financial strategy for victory. Our advisors are fiduciaries, always acting in your best interest. That means transparent, tax-smart investing to maximize your wealth. Don't just play the game, win your financial future. Visit us at Gorley Financial, your trusted financial advisor. Gorley Financial is a proud sponsor of local youth events. Visit GorleyFinancial.com for more information. PA Mushroom Company, home of Forager's Kitchen, right on Route 66 in Lucinda. All season long, score big with their touchdown special. Any one-topping pizza, just $9.99. Pick one up and take it to the game. Forager's Kitchen, Route 66, Lucinda, PA.
And welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. It is 14-7, Central Clarion leading Butler here at halftime. We're in the Heater Lumber Halftime Show, coming to you live from the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth. And in the background, and you can see it on camera, that is the Butler Tornado Marching Band, probably one of the biggest bands you're going to see across the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, very loud and proud band, outstanding presentation. You talk about taking a lot of buses. These people bring a ton of buses, and they're into it. They're supporting their team. Of course, you're not supposed to obviously play when the offense is out there. Of course, they didn't, but they created a lot of noise.
They yell and
in the
scream.
Meantime, and great fan base and wonderful group, certainly.
All right, so we take a look here. Let's look at those Laurel Eye Clinic statistics, Governor, if you're all set with those, and see how they stack up here.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is these stats, you talk about close. This is very close. I can give you all these stats. But so Butler has a total of 122 yards, Mike, in the ball game, 59 rushing and 63 through the air. Again, the 122 overall on the ground. Here, a little deceiving. So Nico Bagata checks in here, 56 yards. Clems checks in with just 2 yards, but 21 of that came off the board as he recovered a fumble, but unfortunately he's going to take the hit on that one statistically. And then Deacon Simcoe adding 1 yard on 2 rushes as well. Now, through the air, Bagetta is 5 of 13. He does have the 1 interception and 1 touchdown to go along with that. Hauling in receptions, Simcoe checking in with 26 yards to those receptions. 21 yards out of Tyson Pino. Of course, Pino 1 reception for a touchdown as well. And Nash Kaufman adding 16 yards as well. Again, putting them at a total of 63 yards through the air. So again, a total of 122 overall, but I talked about close. Well, how close is it? Central Clarion, 127. And again, it's a case of 88 on the ground, 39 through the air. Rex checking in, 48 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 19 yards out of Carter Hyman. Moravins checking in with 9 yards and 12 yards out of Briggs Beckwith. Hyman is 2 of 3 for 39 yards. Ethan Rex, by the way, both receptions for 39 yards in this one.
All right, there you go. Those are the Laurel Eye Clinic stats. And we're going to send it down now. We got Eric Jordan down on the field with a report.
All righty, down here for halftime on the field. First of all, I'll tell you what, look at this Butler band. It's been a long time since I've seen a band that big. As for the game, 14-7, Clarion had a pretty bad fumble here in the red zone, turned the ball back over to Butler, and allowed Butler to score there on in good field position. But for Clarion to be up 14-7 still and put up a defensive stand to go into halftime, such a big, crucial drive for them on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to look to build on that, keep the offense moving, keep the Butler offense out of the end zone, and it's going to be a fun second half here at PennWest Clarion's Memorial Stadium. And we're going to send it back up to the booth.
All right, there you go. That's Brock Jordan down on the field, and we're going to take a timeout here. We're going to go out, though. We're going to listen. That Butler band will take us out to the timeouts. It is 14-7 as Central Clarion leads Butler here at halftime of the Heater Lumber Halftime Show. You're watching it live here on exploreClarion.com.
Christy helps me with the flexibility of the class times. I'm able to balance work, our hobbies of racing, and our family time in general with being able to take classes when it's convenient for me.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters, and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Showcase Homes in Chippenville offers modular and manufactured homes with over 240 customizable floor plans. Tour 8 display models on site, ready for immediate delivery. From permits to porches, we handle it all, from start to finish.
Fisher & Father Auto Parts, your locally owned Napa Auto Parts in Cranberry, Knox, Clarion, and New Bethlehem wants to extend a special message. Wishing all athletes a safe and healthy season. Good luck to all the teams.
Top Tier Federal Credit Union is rated #1 in Pennsylvania for the benefits provided to our members. Whether you're saving for tomorrow or building something big, we're with you every step of the way. Top Tier Federal Credit Union, everything banking should be.
All right, back here at Al Jacks Field at Memorial Stadium. Take a look there as a Butler band making their way off the field. It's going to take them a while. That camera shot it's going to be full of band members for a while in their Heater Lumber halftime show. And
Mike, I wanted to mention something real quick about the Butler band. I was talking to Coach Christie, and he wanted to make sure we mentioned that I believe that tonight Jeff Croner, who is Butler's band director, is going to be this is his last performance, I believe, tonight, and how closely that the football team and the band has really worked together to try to bring some pride to Butler Area High School, and they've done a really good job. So I told Coach Christie I would mention something about Jeff Croner, the band director, and there you go. I think it's his last season as band director, and we wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job. They certainly sound great. Time for the Gatesman's Auto Body scoring summary. We go back to quarter number 1 at the 4:27 mark. It was Rex, the 12-yard touchdown run to put Central Clarion up 7-0 as the extra point was good. In the second quarter, Butler would get on the board as Baguetta would find Pino for 11 yards. It was right over here in the corner of the end zone. We took a while to call it. We weren't sure if he was in or not, but the official says he was. And that touchdown recorded, kick good, 7-7. We were tied. And that was 7:33 to go in that second quarter. It was Rex with a 1-yard touchdown run to put up Central Clarion there by the touchdown score, the extra point good. And that's where we stand here at halftime. 14-7 Central Clarion up on Butler. We'll take a timeout again. We're going to come back. We'll have the governors, and we'll get the dean in there too. The keys to the second half. That's all coming up. And you're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreClarion.com.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. We're a full-service bank that offers the financial tools you need and the personal attention you deserve. You'll discover we're not just investing in our community, we're investing in you. Clarion County Community Bank.
At First United National Bank Freiburg, the Fun Bank, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. From savings to home loans, we help you grow right where you belong. Stop in today and feel the difference at the Fun Bank.
world-class transportation manufacturer, Brookville Equipment, is hiring night shift welders with a 12% pay differential. Monday through Thursday, lay out, assemble, and repair an array of projects using state-of-the-art welding technology, paid time off, and generous benefits. Join Brookville Equipment's dedicated team as a night shift welder. Use your skills and turn those blueprints into an American-made product. Apply online today.
Ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Legacy Archery in Brookville is your full-service bow shop, offering an indoor range, techno hunt video system, custom strings, and over 150 bows and crossbows and camo in stock. Whether you're new to archery or prepping for hunting season, Legacy has the gear and know-how to sharpen your skills. Oaks Building Supply is committed to providing quality building products to the community. Everything you need to get the job done right, visit Oaks Building Supply in Lucinda.
For over 55 years, Parker Furniture has brought comfort and style to homes with quality you can trust. Family owned and proudly serving Northwestern Pennsylvania, visit them at 2683 State Route 257. Parker Furniture, where your home begins.
Looking for a dentist who truly cares? At Rooted Dental, Dr. Mealy combines expert care with hometown heart. From cleanings to confident smiles, your family's comfort is our priority. Rooted Dental, where healthy smiles begin, on Main Street in Knox.
Right back out here at Al Jacks Field, Memorial Stadium in Clarion. It's the Heater Lumber Halftime Show. Glad you could be with us tonight here on Explore Clarion 14-7. The Central Clarion Wildcats lead the Tornadoes, or as Tyler referred to them too, as the Tornadoes.
Speaking of Tyler, I know one of the big questions I've already been getting texted. Hey, did Tyler have his nachos?
He did.
I want to make sure.
They were delivered.
He's a guy.
They were delivered.
He's a guy that's got to eat nachos. He probably is the biggest nacho eater I know.
I think Jordan delivered them.
He did. He did too.
Well, he didn't want to take a chance on Tyler not getting nachos. You know what it's like to work with him anyway.
Oh,
so
it's
if he doesn't have the
terrible.
nachos, look out.
All right, time for the Fallers Furniture Governor's Keys of the second half. We'll get the Dean in here too. Bob, any changes you see from that first half? Looking there for keys.
Look, I think Butler's got a nice game plan. They just have to finish off executions and drives. They've had some opportunities. They've come close, but then they stall one reason or another, whether it's an incomplete pass or
personal fouls. They had
yeah.
2 personal fouls in the first half, which took them out of a couple drives, and that's can't have that when you're playing a good team like Clarion.
You know, and at one point you had the opportunity. You were in a position, of course, you could have pinned Central Clarion back there at 11, and unfortunately you got a punt again following a hold. So regardless, things like that happen at every level. But I think that's the big key, just simply finish the drives. Look, they're in position. They just cannot finish off the drives and make the plays. They've been limited a little bit Their offense just 122 yards, a little uncharacteristic for them. I think for Central Clarion, the big key is, Mike, put your foot back on the accelerator. You can't let up. You got to come out and play 2 full quarters, because if you don't, I guarantee this Butler squad is going to come out and they're going to be looking to put some points on the board. And, you have to figure out, I think, how to bring down Begetta, because you had the opportunity a couple of different times to bring him down for some big losses, and he was elusive enough to get away. And, whether that's changing your angle of pursuit a little bit or a little bit different scheme, you're going to have to do something, I think, to contain him a little bit better, because otherwise a player like that, a smart player who's athletic, can really burn you.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. When he ran the ball towards the end of the half, Governor, too, he was picking up 10 yards a clip, on that Central Clarion defense. So, yeah, he's going to be really, really fun to watch here in the second half. Number one, he's got some yards, and they got to get some points on the board. I mean, you're down there in the end zone, close to scoring, and they come up short with that incomplete pass before half. Now Central Clarion's going to come out, have possession of that football, and the game is going to swing here either way. If Butler stops them, they're going to get a lot of confidence to try to stop that and get it going. But if Central Clarion comes out and score, it might be a long evening for the Tornadoes after this.
Yeah, and of course, Central Clarion will start out here the second half with the football.
Yeah, they're already out here, too, as Butler's still to come out from the locker room. And
and this is tough, and everybody who's listened, even for 10 minutes, realizes I despise cold weather. But whenever you come out of a warm locker room on a chilly night like this, because we haven't had that cooler nights, for the most part this season, you come out, and it's almost getting like hit with a sledge as you walk out of that locker room.
And I'll tell you what, and I can vouch, the locker room is about 110 degrees in there. With that boiler system here at the stadium, one of the best things in the world, as big as a submarine in there. And it is so warm in those locker rooms. And you're right, Bob. Many a time I went in for halftime, had my lunch, and came back out and what am I doing walking back out in this field? Oh, my gosh, it's so warm in here.
And it's tough. And, of course, those first couple minutes, you want to be here, but yet, in your head, you're kind of still thinking about that warmth that you just left. But it is a factor.
Yeah. Well, there's other factors, too, with Butler. I mean, this is it, basically. They're not in a conference. This is, I might be speaking out of turn, but I believe this is their last game they're going to be playing. And Central Clarion still has the road ahead of them with a matchup possibly with Corn City this week or the next week. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll have all of those playoff 2 scenarios set up for you. Mike Kilroy and Brock Jordan will be working on those, too.
Yeah,
let you know where everybody's at.
We've got some time here. We talked about this earlier before we got going about this, consolidation with the brackets. And Bob Tonkin was a big advocate of the 6 different divisions. What do you guys see? I mean, you see these teams in the WPIL bailing out right now. Baldwin, Fox Chapel, Shaler, and Connellsville. Around here, we got in a discussion last night a little bit about some consolidations and stuff. And you think they're going to try to keep it the same? Or
they should if they don't.
They should.
Here's my thoughts. First off, number one, what does it hurt to give 2 additional state titles out? I hear people saying, well, you're diluting the talent level, blah, blah, blah. Look, dilution occurs regardless, in my opinion. And I, over the years, haven't done this 1,000 years, it seems. I watched a lot of good single-A teams who were among the smallest in the entire state lose in the playoffs to a single-A team that was 2 away from being AA. That's a huge swing in players, and people don't quite understand that. It's more equitable, and you see that. I think the A and AA level have really taken it on the nose a little bit, and I think the fact that when you look at the success District 9 has had by putting 3 teams in the state championship. Now, none of them have won over the last couple of years, that is. So you had Red Bank Valley make an appearance there. You had Central Clarion make an appearance there. And, of course, you had Port Allegheny. That's great. That's what having 6 classifications does. And I tip that cap to Bob Tonkin. I think, again, it's just great because more opportunities you have to give a state title out, whether it is basketball, whether it is football, whether it is softball, baseball. It's great because it makes more winners.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing, too. And a lot of those schools around Pittsburgh, too, I read a lot about it, and they're not whining because it's, about this. It's about they can't win. They have some of those school districts have 4,500 students in them, and they can't field a football team.
Yeah,
well, that's not the PIAA's fault, and that's not the Whippeal's fault. That's the school's fault, and you got to do something about that. This is one thing, and I get a little hot about it because it's like, well, we just can't compete at that level. You're a big school. You should be able to get the numbers out there to do that. And again, if you can't win, then just do something about it.
Mike, that turns me over to another interesting fact, because I know one of the areas that I watched was Fox Chapel not being able to play against Pine Richland and saying, hey, we don't have enough guys, or we got 24 guys and we don't want to go up against a great program like Pine Richland. Well, heck, 2 weeks ago, Pine Richland beat Art Walker, a Clarion graduate in North Allegheny High School, 64-0.
Yeah.
I mean, that argument doesn't carry water,
Nope.
basically, when you got a team like North Allegheny who's been in the state championship a bunch of different times, and they get whacked 64-0. So, they got a mess down there, and they got to work on it and see what they can do.
We know regardless. Some years you're going to take it on the chin, and some years you get to be giving it on the chin.
That's exactly right.
And now we'll have people calling like, those guys are wrong. Here we go. As that kickoff taken by one of the up end and dropped there up. I believe that was Guth getting the football that time up near the 40-yard line.
And we very well could be, but the reality is it's an opinion, and that's what certainly I'm going to stick with.
Yeah, those are our opinions, and we've been around it enough, and we're not experts, but, that's something we wanted to bring up after talking in Butler's situation, because they're not in a conference.
Yep.
So, independent.
Yeah, you'll see more, and that's okay. Here we go. Ball sits at the 38-yard line. Hyman's going to hand that off. Here's Rex with that football, making his way across the left side. He'll take it up near the 45-yard line. Give Rex about 7. Sets up a second down here in 3.
Just a good, hard-nosed player. Talk about him constantly being the athlete.
Pick up a 7, brings up a second down and 3. Just gave Clubber a bunch.
Down to 11:30 here early on, and quarter number 3. Great to have you with us on a chilly Friday night.
That's beautiful.
No,
this is what
chilly.
it's supposed to be. All right, so here we go. As Hyman will come under center this time, he's going to send Moravitz in motion. He's going to hand the football off, and again, Rex gets that carry, and he'll get it up back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. So third down here in 3.
Yeah, pretty tough sledding.
Yeah, doing the same thing, Governor, running the ball. Trying to make hay.
Butler does a great job. They stay home. They're not fooled. Chase Bowden, one of these guys, is defensive end, really able to stay home, stuff those plays up like that.
They're down in 3. Moravitz went in motion. They're going to give it to him over the right side. There he goes. Moravitz with that first down, spinning around, and he'll finally be dropped across midfield at the 48-yard line. Give him 7, give him 8 on that run. They'll give him the 47-yard line.
Governor, you talked about, you just mentioned Chase Bowden's name, and Butler's got some pretty good athletes on that defense. So is Clarion, of course, but kudos to Ray Monica, the head football coach up here at Clarion. He's in attendance at tonight's game. He's been out here since the first quarter watching some of these athletes and trying to stock his shelves for the next few years with some recruits.
Clarion Ford first down here for Central Clarion as they'll work from the 47-yard line of Butler. 14-7, Clarion leads it here in this Ascendant Truck Center third quarter. Moravitz again in motion. Heineman rolls out, looking to throw. Under pressure, had to get rid of it quickly, and it's incomplete. Boy, he was under big-time pressure, and that was the quarterback, Baguetta, all over him.
I think there's a penalty flag on the play, too, sitting out here on the 0 of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that flag thrown early on the play.
Once again, Governor, rolling left and trying to throw it back. I don't know why that's getting to me the last couple weeks.
On the offense, 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, previous spot foul.
So it sets up a 2nd and 15.
So illegal formation against the Wildcats.
It's one of those deals, not everybody up in the offensive line. Sometimes on a pass play, as lineman, you cheat a little wee bit, maybe get a step back off that line. Officials.
Should be first down, I think.
Officials calling that one.
Yeah, I think they're checking here. It should be first.
The offended coach has elected to decline the penalty.
Oh.
So they'll take the down. It'll make it third down.
Wait, that should be second because.
There you go. They had a third over there on that far side.
The chain gang got a little excited, that's all.
Yeah, I just read it. I figured, you know what? Maybe they know more than us,
Well,
which is usually the case.
I was going to say, some nights, our listeners may say that's always the case. I don't know.
No, it is third down. They're putting up third down on the board.
Okay.
So they were smarter than us. Here we go. 3rd down and 10 here for the Wildcats as they work from the 47 of Butler. 9.5 to go here in this third. Heineman works into the shotgun, trips off to the left side.
Big play here.
Short drop, looks to throw, fires. It's caught by Rex over here on the left. Rex lowers the shoulder. He's going to be brought up shy of the first down marker, but he will get to the 40, and that will set up a 4th down and 3.
Brought down by Schreiber and
Just see the offense stay out there.
Boy, I would punt here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm siding with you too.
You've got a great defense. Things are going your way. You have taken time off the clock, but why serve them the football field up on a short field if you don't? Now, if you got confidence, that's great. Unless you want to go hard count here and potentially draw them offside.
They spread two at the top and the bottom. First time we've seen that this evening, that formation.
Here's the quick throw across the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down. He finds Rex across the middle of the field. And that's a 1st down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. 7-yard pickup, and they'll move the chains.
What a gutsy call.
Yeah, good throw on a slant by Carter Hyman. Follows receiver, and bam, right on the numbers, and they continue to move the chains.
That's a gutsy call, and it brings up a Clarion Ford 1st down.
Clarion will break the huddle, come to the line, tight here at the line of scrimmage. He's got Beckwith in the backfield. Heineman under center this time. He's going to send Moravitz in motion. He's going to pitch it to Moravitz. Over the right side. There he goes. Moravitz making room, and a 1st down inside the 25, down near the 22-yard line. That'll be an 11-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Boy, picked up a great block by Ethan Rex to spring him loose. That time, Rex way out there and picked up a really, really strong block by Rex.
Everything was perfect on that particular play. The offensive line did a great job blocking. The pitch timing, however, that's really what made the play work.
Clarion Ford 1st down again here for the Wildcats. Heineman again under center. And the man goes in motion. That is Rex. Rex trying to turn the corner, and this time Rex isn't going to make it as he came around that corner. Getting him was Clems on the tackle, and that'll be a loss of a couple.
Yeah, got to see the speed there out of Clems on that one. Makes that nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Be about a 2-yard loss.
Here the Butler band on that far side. They start to yelling, trying to get them out of sorts as Central Clarion comes to the line from the 24-yard line. 2nd down here and 12. Moravitz goes in motion. Heineman looking to throw. Heineman firing the football down across the middle. Is caught by Rex. Kept his balance. Touchdown. Central Clarion in from 24 yards out.
How did he do that?
That comes at the 6:49 mark here of the third, and that gives Central Clarion the 2-score lead now.
Boy, once again, Hyman finding that open receiver. Rex making an acrobatic catch at the 6:49 mark, extending the Wildcats lead now.
Acrobatic catch, acrobatic run for 6.
Here's Bish. And the extra point is up, and that extra point is good. 6:49 to go here in quarter number 3. And it's 21-7 here in favor of Central Clarion. We'll take a break. You're watching Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week on exploreClarion.com.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
For over 50 years, Kerle Tire and Clarion has been keeping you rolling with quality tires for all your driving needs. And now, we're more than just tires. From state inspections to oil changes to brakes and total car care, Kerle Tire is your one-stop shop to keep your vehicles safe and running smooth. Experience hometown service you can trust and quality you can count on. Kerle Tire, the area's largest selection of tires. Stop in today and see why Clarion has trusted us for over 50 years.
All right, back here, the kickoff takes place. It was taken by one of the upmen there for Butler. That was Max Wren. And he'll have it at the 30.
Yeah, good solid hard pop there, too, by the special teams
Good
unit.
solid hard pop. There was about 4 of them there.
I love special teams. The speed of it. You always hear. You can tell when these guys, the pads are popping. And
got a whistle here.
I had the opportunity to stand on the sidelines of a Steeler game once, and you were talking about special teams and that. Oh my goodness, it was incredible to hear that on the sidelines and see that take place with guys that are 6'6". It was just totally a whole different experience.
Yeah, when you're there and you see and hear the best, those studs.
Something else.
Here's Baguetta working in the shotgun.
Yeah, Butler's got to answer here pretty quick. They're down 21-7, 6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So still plenty of time, but they need to answer that Clarion drive if they want to stay into this game.
Down to 3 on the play clock. He does get the snap off. Clems is going to get the carry. Here's Clems. Hit, drop right in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play back to the 29-yard line.
Clems with the carry.
Yeah, pretty tough sledding there for Clems. That play very well read on the part of Central Clarion. I'm just surprised. Like Dave, mentioning, I would be rolling the quarterback out, Baguetta here, to his strong side and let him make some plays, because I think it's number one, it's just easier naturally throwing, but also tuck it and run.
Yeah, and they got the receiver split to the left-hand side. They're going to go left again.
Baguetta looks to throw, fires that football along the sideline. See if it's caught.
Out of bounds.
They're going to say it is out. I don't know if that was Pino, the intended receiver over there.
Again, I'm old school. I'll flip him onto this side, roll him.
Yeah, you have your 2 receivers over here on this side. Have them do some kind of combination, right? Rim the wheel and a curl. We're calling plays now on the top. The tight end's going to be a top of the string, drag him across and give Baguetta an opportunity to find somebody open.
Again, there's just a whole lot less thinking when you do that.
You're right.
3rd down and 11 now. 3rd and long, brought to you by Best Wealth Management here on Explore Clarion. Don't mess with your financial future too late on 3rd down. Get to Best Wealth Management. It'll help you out. Here we go, 3rd down and 11. Baguetta works out of the shotgun. Baguetta dropping back, tries to get the screen set up and does. That's Clems with it. Shakes off a tackle, 40, 35, 40. Breaks it up to the 45-yard line. That's a 16-yard pickup for Clems and a 1st down for Butler. That's a big one.
Good play call because Clarion was bringing the house. Everybody was coming. Looked like Briggs Beck with number 14 had a shot at him, and he was able to get out of there. Clems and picks up a big 1st down. Still in Butler territory at their own 45.
Yeah, that's a huge play for this offense. It's a shot in the arm confidence-wise, which they really needed.
So 1st and 10, the ball sitting at the 45-yard line on the Butler side of the field. 5:25 to go here in this Ascendance Truck Center 3rd. Baguetta takes the snap, rolls to the left side. Baguetta keeps it. He's up near midfield. He'll be stopped just shy of it. Give him, looks like about 4.
Brought down by Rex.
Out at the 49.
One thing you notice, I'll tell you, the Butler wide receivers block downfield. And that's a credit to their offensive unit over there and whoever's their receiver coach at Butler. But they do block downfield, and their Central Clarion guys, defensive backs, aren't used to seeing that too much and getting kind of frustrated as the game goes on.
Twins on each side for Baguetta, working out of the shotgun here on 2nd down and 6. Baguetta firing the football, and it is picked off. It's intercepted.
Ethan Rex.
And I thought it was Rex over there, was waiting on the number as he turned around.
Yeah, and it looked like he may have dropped it over there too, but he did hold on to it, so that's a big turnover for Butler. They had a nice drive going. Central Clarion making a big play.
And that's just a case there of that's good scouting. It's also good athlete making the read, in perfect position to make that play.
So here come the Wildcats now. They've got the football back after the interception by Rex. Up 21-7. Ball sits at their own 47-yard line. Hyman will work back in the shotgun. Takes that snap. Going to keep it over the right side. Hyman, he'll be stood up and dropped. He'll lean forward and actually get a little more out of it than what we thought he would. They'll give him out to the 49, give him 2 yards.
Jacob Collinger, number 42, in on that tackle. And I'll tell you, he's the leading tackler for that Butler Tornado defense, and he's been around that ball all evening, number 42. Pretty easy to pick him out. He's the one who's got the pink socks wrapped around his shoes. And every time the pile rolls off, you see those pink socks, and that's 42. Came to play tonight.
Second down and 8 here for the Wildcats. Beckwith in the backfield this time behind Hyman. Tight here at the line of scrimmage again. Hyman will go under center. Mravitz goes in motion. They're going to fake pitch to him, hand it to Rex. Here's Rex coming over the left side. Rex breaking a couple tackles and leans forward, and he'll get across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 3.
Tried to hurdle a little bit in there, and Butler's defensive line holding pretty stiff.
I'm very impressed with the fact, again, this whole Butler squad really stays home. They do a great job of not buying into the fake, and these fakes are coming pretty hard and pretty fast, but they're not being fooled and not giving up a ton of yards, but it's been consistent yardage, however, for Clarion as they're getting 3 to 4 yards a crack.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, and it is really tough to practice against something like this offense that Clarion runs through the course of the week. You want to drive coaches crazy, try to practice wing T against the defense.
3rd and 5, little draw play. And that was Beckwith getting the carry, and he'll be stopped shy of the first down marker. He's going to get 3. Oh, they're going to say it's Hepfel back there. Hepfel with number 20.
Brought down by Bowden.
So there we go. 4th down here, and 4th down, not quite a full 2.
And Governor, when you try to practice against this and try to simulate this, that's always a week where your coaches lose their mind because you really can't do it. It's really, really difficult to simulate that.
It's so difficult, and it's frustrating, especially if you're on that scout team.
Timeout taken by Central Clarion here. They were all lined up ready to go. 2:15 to go here in the 3rd. And it's 21-7 in favor of Central Clarion here as they'll have it 4th down, and it's a short 2 is what they're going to need. Want to remind you, coming up next week, again, we'll have playoff volleyball coming your way here in District 9. We'll be on Tuesday night over at Keystone High School. And then we'll see what happens from there. We'll have the matches would continue on Thursday. We'll get the championships in. And then the District 9 football playoffs, too. We'll see what's up next week.
This decision's from experience with Bob Tonkin was around and usually finding out what was going on through everything. Those decisions are usually made for some reason, like Sunday morning. They were made. Any of the state playoff games, where they were going to be located and where we were going to do. Sunday morning was one that they always had their big meetings. I don't know how District 9 runs it, but I'm sure you want to give all the teams in the district a pretty good idea as far as what to expect the upcoming week. If you're going to get a bye or you're going to be participating. So I'd look for something on Sunday. Something may be released on Explore Clarion, maybe Sunday afternoon. I'm sure by Monday.
Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down rather than punt.
Yeah, they're going to go with that.
When everybody's in uptight here, too, for
power
Butler.
Package behind the quarterback, Hyman. Hyman's going to hand that off. Rex, 1st down and more inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They needed 2, and he will gain about, make it 5.
Good cutback on that right side.
I'll tell you what, couple of gutsy 4th down calls here. As, of course, this brings up a Clarion Ford 1st down, but gutsy 1st down calls. Great job by the Central Clarion staff. Having confidence in everybody.
They get a good job. They brought in number 78 also, Leo Karate, as an extra offensive lineman to pick up that extra yard.
So Clarion Ford first down here for the Wildcats, and a flag quickly on the play.
Flag on the play.
Procedure going to be called here against Central Clarion.
It's a false start.
False start against Central Clarion.
So they'll back them up 5, first and 15.
First down and 15.
Yeah, it's one of the things that, we're week number 10. Coaches become very frustrated with the false starts. Those are more of a mental thing as far as, want to maintain focus and not leave early.
So a minute 34 to go here in the third. First and 15. Hand off, Rex with it again. And he'll be stopped down. He'll get about 3 yards.
Rex with the carry.
Second down and still about 12.
Governor, as the plays go on, keep looking over to the Butler bench. And, they're down 21-7, but the guys on the sidelines really supporting the defense. Have you noticed that tonight?
Yep,
they're jumping up and down over there, yelling for their team. That's really good. You don't see that too often at all. But those guys really get into it, those guys on the bench. You can watch them over there.
Yeah, pretty intense, no question about it.
So it's second and 12 here for Central Clarion. Here's Heineman. Going to give that to Rex over the left side. Rex, he tried to turn quickly. He saw a wall of white, and you could see him just go, oh, no. And he'll be brought down. He will get one, though. Give him credit for that.
Yeah, he's so slippery. You got to keep an eye. You got to bring him down to the turf because he can always get out of that left or right and make something happen. One of the most athletic players in District 9.
And they're going to let the clock run out here for the quarter. Central Clarion's not going to run a play. So that clock's going to run out. We're going to end up going to quarter number 4 here. A few more ticks on the clock. Central Clarion leads it by a score of 21-7. So we'll take a timeout. Hey, folks, you are watching Kerle Tire Company's football game of the week right here on exploreClarion.com.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium here in Clarion. It is Al Jacks Field, 21-7. Central Clarion leads Butler here as we go to the fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter is brought to you by the Clarion County Community Bank. Central Clarion with the third down here in 11 as we start this quarter. More than anything, boy, they really ran that clock well in that third quarter too.
Yeah, tough to score when you don't have the football.
Here's Hyman looking to throw. Hyman drops back, fires the football. It is caught by Hepfel. Here's Hepfel, 35-30. Hepfel still on his feet and pushed out of bounds finally inside the 30-yard line at about the 27. So it's a 13-yard pickup, and they're going to move the chains.
Good enough for a Wildcat first down.
Good job by Charlie Hepfel that time. We don't see him too often, guys, in that offensive setup and catching passes and doing things as much. I don't recall him being part of that offense too much this year, and that's good to get number 20 involved.
Yeah, certainly. Again, just makes the defense think a little bit more. I know that's something that they haven't seen on tape.
Clarion Ford first down here for Central Clarion. Hyman under center. He's got Beckwith behind him, sending Rex in motion. He's going to give that to Moravitz. Moravitz came around the right side, but he's going to be dropped for a loss on the play that time.
Kyle Newton, Boston, on the tackle. We've called his name about 4 or 5 times tonight, now 2.
That's a loss of 6.
A loss of 7 on that play. Brings up a second down and 7.
That time, not a lot was going to happen there. You just wanted to secure the football and make sure not cough it up. Again, there's no need to rush here offensively. They're doing a nice job just taking their time here. Start of quarter number 4. Great to have you with us on a chilly Friday night.
Yeah, it's nice. This is nice.
Yeah, if you're in Alaska.
From the man who had a house in Florida.
There you go. I was waiting for that one to come.
Well, it's that back. Whistle here on the play.
Play clock got down. I don't know. They get it off. Delay again. Wow. That's the first one we've seen tonight.
Delay a game against Central Clarion. We'll march them back 5. Be a second down and 21.
Second down here and long for the Wildcats. Here's Hyman under a lot of pressure. Dumps it off across the middle. And that's Rex with that football. He'll take it down near the 32-yard line.
That's a good play call. They had the screen set up. Butler brought the house, basically, and able to find his open receiver, and they pick up some of that loss.
Yeah, 6 of it. So still third down here in about 15 or so.
Third down and 15.
Now 96 yards on the night for Hyman.
That developed pretty good, pretty well. Offensive line held pretty well. Hyman found that open receiver coming through. Looks like they're
got to hurry a little bit.
Yeah,
to get
they're
this
down to
one
3, 2, down to 1. He does get the play off. Hyman dancing around, firing toward the end zone. And the pass is going to be thrown too long. He had Guth down in the end zone.
Boy, he took a shot here.
Broken up by Lacey.
Yeah, he did. And
Yeah, we were looking downfield, and you saw the hit.
Approaching it more like it's a cramp by stretching that leg out, but
yeah,
he's in some pain.
Yeah, he's hurting a little bit down there. Let's see if we can find you some ascendant trucking scores here while we have an injury.
Oh, here he comes. Help him off on, or actually coming right off under his own power.
I did hear that. I heard the Hall of Famer Constantino up there did say that. I swear I heard him say Keystone was up like 24-6 or something, but it's not showing up on the score chart, basically.
So fourth down.
Maybe you have an update, Governor.
The only update I have is Red Bank Valley.
They're setting up in punt formation.
21-0.
Rex is back to punt. Butler's playing it just straight up here. No one back. Yep. We're going to snap it. Rex then finally will punt it, and it's going to sail out of bounds. The official will come up and make a determination where it is. And he says about the 22-yard line.
22-yard line where Butler will take over, 1st and 10.
Yeah, a little short punt. It was that rugby style roll out.
Here we got some scores on the Ascendant Trucking scoreboard now. Kane 42, Bradford nothing, Red Bank Valley 14, Brookville nothing. I did see that Keystone score. Keystone 28, Cottersport 0 at halftime. That score is, which is a key importance. St. Mary's 42, Moniton nothing, Carson City 20, Wilmington 7 in the third quarter.
Here's Bagetta. And hands it off, and not a whole lot there for Clems that time. He's not going to be dropped for a loss on the play. That's going to push him back to the 20. Sets up a second down and 12. Good job of the Clarion defense.
In the backfield.
Touchdown, Billy Kale making that stop.
Hey, once again, congratulations to Union AC Valley pulling out a big win the other night against Reynolds, 22-14. Boy, they put together a great season, so congratulations to all those people down there.
Bagetta firing that football down across the field and tried to get that over there to Kaufman, but he had a bunch of guys around him. Ravitz was one of them.
Covered by Danner.
Coach Reed doing a good job down there at AC Valley and his staff. One of the best years they've had down there, fellas. You guys have been around a long time.
Yeah, I was thinking back to 1985. They went 9-0. Back then, only 9 weeks in the regular season. They finished 9-1, just so you know.
Is that little 12 days?
Yes, sir.
Third down 12 here for Butler. Bagetta works to the right side, fires the ball downfield. It is caught. And that was Pino, I believe, on the catch. He'll take it out across the 40-yard line. So it's a 20-yard pickup.
Brought down by Queenan. That was good enough for a Butler first down. First and 10 from their own 40.
Good throw that time. Vicari able to pull it in. Gonna move the chains. This is still one of those things, Governor. You just, I'm an offensive guy, but I mean, just feel uncomfortable. Even 21-7 doesn't satisfy me right now. That clock continues to run, though.
Bagetta looking to throw again, fires again. It's caught, and that is Kaufman with that catch, as he'll take it across the 45 down near the 41-yard line. So they'll move the chains again. That's a gain of about 19.
Starting to throw that ball in the middle of the field a little bit, and Bagetta having some success.
That's why you're not comfortable, Dave.
I know.
And it's a good move not to be comfortable as well. You got to dial up a little bit of pressure. He's having too much time back there.
Here's Bagetta again. Fires that ball. It is caught. Oh, it's dropped across the middle. That was Pino right there. He put it there for him.
He's still going to be running if he catches that, at least for 10, 15 more yards.
Had a whole lot of pasture to run, I'll tell you.
I like that play call. You hit a receiver in stride.
And it's the middle again, middle of the field again, open.
Pino does have the one touchdown reception in this ball game as well, but of course that will stop the clock here at 8:15.
Second down and 10, ball sitting at the 41 here of Central Clarion for Butler. Bagetta again looking to throw, firing down the right side, and it is tipped away. As tried to sneak that ball into.
It's Vicari.
That was Vicari. That was Marcus Vicari, number 5.
Yeah, he wanted a flag, but that was pretty good coverage by that secondary back there.
It was great coverage. A lot of times I like to side with the offensive players. That's just good, solid, tight coverage. Anymore, that's the way the game has evolved. That's the natural thing for the receiver to pop up and say, well, where's the flag?
Yeah, you want him to go up and make a play, but you're going to do the flag thing.
You know this, that if you're out there defensively, you realize it's going to be 4-down territory. But so you want to come up here with a big play, 3, limit the success of it, make it a 4th and tough yardage situation.
Bagetta running with that football right up the middle. There he goes. First down and more. 20, 15, 10, 5. Bagetta's in for the touchdown. 41 yards on the run by Bagetta.
Here comes Tornadoes, and here comes the Butler band. 41 yards. Bagetta, middle of the field, picking up a pretty good block by Vicari over there. Able to get in to the end zone, and fellas, we got a 21-13 game.
Don't go anywhere. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Extra point try coming up here.
There's the Buttercup reference tonight, too. There we go.
Yeah, I've been holding off for a while.
Extra point. Alex Fulmer on. They've had trouble with that snap all night.
Man, that time he's going to nail it. How about 21-14 now the score as Butler back within a one touchdown score, 7:58 to go. Here in the ball game, and we'll take a timeout. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreClarion.com.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Red Bank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Red Bank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
All right, back at Al Jacks Field at Memorial Stadium. It's high school football coming your way tonight, and Butler on the board again. 21-14. It's a nip and tuck ball game with 7:58 to go. Here's the kickoff. Ball's going to bounce around. Gets away from Ravens. He's going to pick it back up, turns back around, tries to come back upfield, and he'll be dropped back at about the 12-yard line. So Central Clarion's going to start deep in their own territory around the 11.
Yeah, Rex just couldn't get the handle on that one.
Yeah, skipping around that turf, and that ball, especially on a night like tonight, is going to be a little bit slick as the turf gets slick later as the evening heads on.
This is where you simply got to make plays here offensively. You forget the touchdown. You forget what happened there on the kickoff return. Put your head down and get positive yardage.
There we go. Central Clarion will break out of the huddle. They start from their own 11. They lead by 7. Fourth quarter action for you. Here is the handoff. Rex getting the carry. Rex is going to get stood up. He'll get up near the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the play. Second down and 7.
Your plow horse basically now as the game goes on. If you're going to start moving that football, Ethan Rex is going to be your big gun in that backfield.
Yeah, big key here is this offensive line has got to open up holes. They've got to really pave the way.
Second down, 7. Clarion tight there at the line. Single receiver out on the left side. Hyndman dropping back. Hyndman looking to throw. Hyndman firing the ball downfield. He's looking for his man, and it is caught by Guth. Out of bounds, out around the 45-yard line, and that'll move that ball up there for a first down for Central Clarion. What a catch by Guth.
Boy, he put it right in the bucket to Guth at the 45-yard line. Couldn't have been a better throw that time.
Yeah, throw it where only your receiver can catch it.
34 yards on the pass play from the 11 out to the 45.
And it looked like, Governor, Butler had pretty good coverage on everybody, but he threw it right in the only place he could.
Here's Hyndman again. Now 1st and 10. Clarion Ford first down. Hyndman's going to keep the football. Hyndman's going to get stood up, and he'll get about a yard, maybe. That's about 1 is all he's going to get out of that one. Second down and 9. More importantly for Central Clarion, that clock running now with that first down.
Well, a couple of things really occurred in that big pass play, Mike. Obviously, you got out of your own end zone. You changed the field position in this one. You're also going to be able to flip and roll more time off because of that first down. They open it up with a run again to milk more time off that clock.
So second down at 11 here for the Wildcats. Stay tuned, too. After the ball game, we'll have our Hager Paving Player of the Game with Brock Jordan down on the field. But right now, still a lot to go here with 6:19 to go. A one-score football game. Hyndman hands that to Rex. Here's Rex over the left side. Rex weaving his way, first down, 40, 39-yard line for Rex.
And I'll tell you what, Ethan Rex just started off really slow looking for that hole to open up, and he waited just for the right period of time, and bam, he just went through that hole, picked up a big first down as they moved the chains.
Give him, what about 14?
16.
Do you have to contradict me, Bob?
Keep you honest.
It's cold. He's just starting to keep his fingers warm, man.
Try it. Here we go. 1st and 10. New set of downs here. Clarion Ford first down again. Ball at the 38-yard line to Butler here. Central Clarion driving. Late here in the ball game. Here's Rex again. And Rex will take it down right around the 35-yard line. Give him 3.
Yeah, good run, and that's going to be Rex. You're going to see a lot of Rex as he keeps on moving. 22 is going to be getting it a ton here as we head down the stretch.
I'm getting the instructions coming onto the field. Still 20 on the play clock here. They're using that clock very effectively. It's going to be down below 5 minutes by the time they snap this football. Mravitz wide out left. Receiver off to that right side as well for Central Clarion. That's Bish. Here's the handoff. Boy, just not a lot there. That was Hyndman keeping the football.
Kyle Newton Boston on the tackle again, 51.
Boy, he's only going to get about 1 to the 34, so sets up a third down here and still about 6.
Be approaching that 4-minute mark here pretty soon.
So third down and 6. Rabbits wide out left. Getting the single receiver on the right side as well. Hyman hands that ball to Rex. Here's Rex looking for a seam somewhere. Reaches out, and he's not going to get much. He'll get down to the 32-yard line. Clock rolling here. Fourth down.
Yeah, I think Ethan thought he had something on the right-hand side. He tried to make a last-minute cut, but unable to do so.
Kind of, I guess maybe not surprised. I thought Butler might take a timeout there with that fourth down to try to save a little time.
I think they want to save it. And, obviously, if there's a conversion, deal with it. But we may see Clarion take another timeout. Seems to be some confusion as they break this huddle.
They're down to 9 seconds on the play clock.
Here's Hyman out of the shotgun. Fourth down and about 4. Hyman, quick throw, and it's into Moravins, and he brings it in. It's caught. First down for Central Clarion. He takes it all the way down near the 26-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup, and they're going to move the chains.
Boy, they've been successful a couple times tonight on that quick slant, and Hyman doing a good job getting that football off, and Moravins. That's one heck of a catch, fellas.
That's one heck of. There are 3 clutch fourth downs made tonight in this ball game by the Central Clarion squad as it brings up a Clarion forward first down.
And that, again, will help keep that clock moving down under 3 minutes to go here in this one. Moravins again wide out on the left side. The receiver off to the right. Rex in the backfield here with Hyman. Ball's at the 26-yard line. Hyman's going to keep it over the left side. Here's Hyman running with the football. And he'll take it down around the about the 21-yard line or so.
Yeah, and Butler's going to call timeout now.
Kind of why you wanted to save those timeouts a little wee bit.
Getting timeouts here on the EYT Media Network, brought to you by Gorley Financial. Also, do want to thank our on-field camera. That was brought to you by the Hopper Corporation. That's shopteamwear.com. Our fan cam tonight brought to you by Kale's Kitchens. Always got to get those great sponsorships in. A lot of folks take care of Bob Dunkle's big salary, so we got to make sure that's taken care of.
I wish it was my big salary. All I'm around is just to carry your bags.
And each week I add more to it. You're like, what is it? I just put stones in there.
All true. All true.
I was told, I shouldn't pick on you as much, but
whoever told you that is very insightful.
Yeah, who told you that?
I was at a volleyball match the other night, and I had a nice man come up and say, you get on Bob quite a bit. And I said, me? I said, you got to hear Bob getting on my case.
He's got to be a very knowledgeable individual.
And I am not a mediator, folks, let me tell you.
Here we go. It is
instigator at times, but not a mediator.
Second down, Hyman under center.
Absolutely.
He's going to keep that football. He's going to push it right up, down near. It looks like they'll have the first down. It's right there at that marker.
They're going to mark him just shy.
Yeah, he's going to move him back a yard.
So into that Dubrook red zone.
Coach Christie elects not to take a timeout here as we approach 2 minutes.
I think a lot depends here if they get that first down or not. If they don't, you'll see them use the timeout.
Well, he's going to really take that play clock down to about the 0 mark. Still 13 seconds.
You might even see him take a timeout. See Coach Eggleton. It looks like he's going to do that. Milk it down to the 1.
He's looking at the side judge over here.
Yeah, they will. So Central Clarion use a timeout. We'll see if Tyler's on his toes. We're going to take a break, too. It's 21-14. Central Clarion leads Butler, and we'll a break. It's Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreClarion.com.
Good luck to all of our area teams from Clarion Ford Chrysler.
Local sales team. Local owners.
And remember to buy local at Clarion Ford Chrysler, where all your money stays to the local community.
NPRC helps me with the flexibility of the class times. I'm able to balance work, our hobbies of racing, and our family time in general with being able to take classes when it's convenient for me.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
All right, right back to action here. A minute 38 remaining. Central Clarion uses a timeout. 3rd down and 1 here for the Wildcats. They're all bunched up. Heineman under center. Heineman takes the snap. He's going to hand that football off. Rex is going to lean forward, and he'll have the first down to the 15 and the 14-yard line. And now that clock will be able to roll here for Central Clarion, even though Butler's still with the 2 timeouts.
I think they might have just taken one here. Did they? Saw Coach Christie go down the sidelines.
He did take the timeout.
Remind you, too, coming up again next week here. Oh, actually, tomorrow is the big one. We got the parade tomorrow here in town. That will be broadcast right here on Explore Clarion, and it's Justin Dudley. Who's going to be with him? Is it Kuiper again? Yeah, I think Kuiper again. That's a twosome there. Now, it's always a great time, and if you, it's going to be a chilly day. Hopefully you can go out and enjoy the parade, and if not, it will be on Explore Clarion. I know I'm always trying to get down here to beat the crowd for the college game, so I don't usually worry too much about the
Well, this has to be a tough time for you because you've got to fight the crowds, you got to get here, fight the autograph hounds. You have to deal with all that.
I am going to set up in the alumni booth, and I do have an extra surcharge tomorrow because I'm also going to sell like replicas of the ring.
There you go.
Well, I want to ask you too. Do you tier charge? In other words, put extra if you sign HOF, or is it just one
if it's
standard
HOF,
flat fee?
it's $2 extra.
Hey, on your trip down here, stop for a cinnamon roll for me too. If you have all that extra time on your
They're
hands.
too expensive.
Let me tell you.
Oh, I saw prices. Oh. Here we go. Ball sits down there at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats. They lead 21-14 with a minute 35 to go. Butler still with 1 timeout left. Heineman's under center. And that was ugly. Everybody was moving.
Looked like Brant Parker took off a little bit early. Number 52. Legal procedure.
Legal procedure against Central Clarion. Will mark
Again, the optimist always says that's just a little more real estate to work with.
Minute 35 remaining here in the ball game. It is a Clarion County Community Bank 4th quarter. I want to remind you of that. And here we go. 1st and 15. Hyman will come under center. Going to hand that off. Here's Rex over the right side, lowering that shoulder. And boy, Rex just carries people with him all the way inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. And Butler will use their last time out with a minute 27 to go here in this football game.
Butler.
That'll bring up a 2nd down.
Yeah, 2nd. What about 7?
For Central Clarion. Butler's out of timeout, so Governor, 25. Take a knee. May be able to run that clock out.
Be pretty close. Bob is the mathematician. You know, Dave and I, even though we were all comm majors together, Bob was the only one of us that probably passed our math course.
That's exactly right.
I'd like to tell you by flying colors, but it wasn't flying colors. It was colors.
I always tell the story, too. My professor was from India, and he would always, no, Mr. Kalinowski, it is not correct. You got to try again. And I'm like, I can't. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Are you talking about Dr. Siddiqui?
I think so.
Illinois Siddiqui.
Great guy, too.
He was a great guy. He really was. But he put the fear of God in communication majors. I'll tell you what, we were scared to walk into that class.
2nd down and 7 here for the Wildcats now. Butler's out of timeouts. Central Clarion with that touchdown lead here. They're going to be
Hayden Hyman, by the way, in the backfield.
Yeah, another penalty. Looked like Butler might have jumped.
Yep. So instead of a second down here and 7, makes it a second down and 2.
So Clarion's going to close out their regular season now on a high note if they hold on to this game.
Well, we're going to have quite a debate tonight during our first break as far as who the player of the game is going to be.
Yeah, we got to get that down
Multiple
there
guys.
to Brock. He's waiting. Hyman under center. Takes that snap. He's going to keep it, pushes forward, and he'll get the first down, and that's your ball game. Inside the 5, the ball down to the 3, and now that clock, once they get things set, should be able to let things roll here.
One of the Clarion players, I think it's Hyman, whose helmet came off.
Yep.
Actually. I'm not sure what the high school rule is, but he might
he'll
have to
come on.
So he put Rex.
Clock is moving, though. It's down to a minute.
Well, we reset the play clock again. And they're just, referees are just letting the time go off.
Okay,
now we got an official timeout.
Yeah, they're going
to
stop
have to
here.
Reset the clock again.
So we'll get the clock all set here. 49 seconds to go in this one.
It's always the toughest part. You're trying to get the press box to put so much time on the clock. Now you have to have triple communications. I'm surprised no one's calling me on the phone saying, hey, put a minute 10 back on the clock.
Do you miss those days?
I do not miss those days. I mean, I enjoyed running the high school games because we always wanted to make it a great experience for the high school kids and the coaches and the fans coming in. But time to pass the torch over to Tyler.
So here we go. It's a minute 5 on the clock, and now they'll roll. Nope.
I really enjoyed it.
So.
I really enjoyed it, Bob, the most when all of a sudden 6 inches of snow would show up.
This isn't good now. A flag just came in the air.
No. We'll see what else is going to happen down there. It's been a whole bunch of different stuff.
Relatively calm. Looks like Hayden Hyman pretty animated down there. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Butler.
Take it half the distance.
And, you know, Coach Eggleton's relationship with Coach Christie, be shocked if they try to run this into the end zone.
Yeah, they're setting up in victory formation here. With the guy back, Hyman will take a step back. He'll take the knee. And that's pretty much going to do it. That'll be Central Clarion knocking off Butler tonight by the score of 21-14. As the teams will come to the center part of the field, get ready to shake hands. And we're going to have our post-game show on the way, brought to you by the Fun Bank. It's all coming up. Stay tuned. We'll have our player of the game and more. That interview with Brock down there on the field. As that clock continues to run, we'll let it run out before we take that time out.
I'll tell you, the ones that you see is that the little kids, the 9th and 10th graders that don't play, Mike, they're the first ones lined up, man.
That's right.
They're ready to go. They want to shake hands and get in that
out
locker
of here.
room.
All right, there's time expired. We'll break. Back with the post-game show on the way. You're watching Kerle Tire High School Football on exploreClarion.com.
Just like your favorite team needs a solid game plan, you need a financial strategy for victory. Our advisors are fiduciaries, always acting in your best interest. That means transparent, tax-smart investing to maximize your wealth. Don't just play the game, win your financial future. Visit us at Gorley Financial, your trusted financial advisor. Gorley Financial is a proud sponsor of local youth events. Visit GorleyFinancial.com for more information.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
At the Carpet Barn in Clarion, flooring is anything but boring. We handle everything, from expert installation to full removal and cleanup, with precision, care, and commitment to quality. Visit our showroom and find flooring that works as hard as you do. The Carpet Barn, where style meets service.
World-class transportation manufacturer Brookville Equipment is hiring night shift welders with a 12% pay differential. Monday through Thursday, lay out, assemble, and repair an array of projects using state-of-the-art welding technology, paid time off, and generous benefits. Join Brookville Equipment's dedicated team as a night shift welder. Use your skills and turn those blueprints into an American-made product. Apply online today.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium here in Clarion. High school football tonight on the exploreClarion Media Network. Kerle Tire Company Game of the Week. It's the First United National Bank postgame show. We're coming to you live from the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College broadcast booth. And we'll have our player of the game coming up here momentarily. But first, let's go to Robert with those Laurel Eye Clinic statistics.
We take a look at Butler, Michael. It was 179 yards of total offense, 61 on the ground, 118 through the air. Again, 179 overall. On the ground, it was Nico Bagata checking in with 61 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Mark Clems finishes with -1 total yards, and Deacon Simcoe with 1 yard. Bagetta would be 8 of 21, 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown through the air for those 118 yards. No particular order, hauling in receptions. Deacon Simcoe, 26 yards, 20 yards out of Marcus Vicari. Mark Clems checking in with 16, 21 yards out of Tyson Pino, and it was Nash Kaufman coming up with 35 yards, again, 179 total overall. As we look at Central Clarion, Carter Hyman, 29 yards on the ground, 107 yards out of Ethan Rex, and 2 rushing touchdowns, 12 yards for Jackson Moravins. And Briggs Beckwith checking in 12 yards, and Charlie Heffel adding 3 yards. Total offense, by the way, was 299. That's 163 on the ground, 136 through the air, again, 299 overall. Hyman would go 8 of 12 for 136 yards and that 1 passing touchdown. Hauling in that touchdown was Ethan Rex, who had 83 yards. Brady Guth adding 34 yards. Heppel 13 yards, and that was Moravins adding 6. And we may have our player of the game on the field.
We sure do. We're going to get down there to Brock Jordan. He's got Ethan Rex down there, and we're going to send it down to the field.
Go. Alrighty, down here on the field with Hager Paving player of the game, Ethan Rex. Ethan, almost 200 yards from scrimmage for you tonight, a few touchdowns for you as well. Just talk about what a big win this is for you guys. Gets you to 6-4 on the year, heading into the playoffs, beating a team like Butler.
I mean, this is big. I mean, we were missing a ton of guys, and we knew it was going to be a battle, and we knew that we could come out on top if we executed what we needed to, and we did. And that's why we won.
Yeah, and then, you already talked about missing a couple guys this week. Playing last week on Thursday, just talk about how important the extra day of rest was for you guys.
Oh, it was great. I mean, it gave the younger kids time to learn what they needed to do if they wanted to step up. And you see Carter came in on defense. Billy Cale even came in, and they executed their jobs. It made our bodies feel a lot better. It was great.
All righty, that was Hager Paving player of the game, Ethan Rex. Ethan, congratulations on a big win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that player of the game honors. Great job by Brock Jordan taking care of that as well. As we are in the First United National Bank post-game show, a big win here for Central Clarion this evening as they are able to knock off Butler tonight. And it was nip and tuck, 21-14. Butler was able to hang in there, and they had some opportunities. Just were not able to complete on a lot of those. And did want to mention, too, we did have the only throw touchdown of the game. That would be our Sweet Basil Restaurant winging it throw of the game. That's going to actually go to Bagetta and Pino, 11 yards back in the second quarter for that touchdown. And boy, the rest of it, though, Central Clarion, and running the ball effectively tonight, too. He talked about it. They were missing a lot of those key guys with Burford out and Love out, but they were still able to come back. It really went with some of the strengths, too, I think, on this football team. A couple other guys stepped up, too. You saw Beckwith getting some good carries, and Hyman coming into and doing well as well, really going almost mistake-free.
Yeah, Mike, and I think that one of the biggest factors in tonight's game is that offensive line for Central Clarion is intact. and they weren't losing anybody. Everybody's there. So, if you want to run the football, you want your offensive line to be relatively healthy, and they are. And that's one reason we look at the scoreboard to the left, and it says Clarion 21, Butler 14.
Yeah, I think everybody played together as a team. The underclassmen really stepped up tonight, and that was a huge factor in this one.
All right, that's going to wrap up the First United National Bank postgame show here on Explore Clarion. And, again, you want to stay tuned next week. We'll let you know where we're going to be at for playoff football here coming up on Explore Clarion. We'll have playoff volleyball for you, too. Tuesday night we'll be over at Keystone High School and bringing you that one as well. So a whole lot coming up here on Explore Clarion. You don't want to go away. And tomorrow the parade will also be right here on Explore Clarion as well if you're up for the ALF parade. Governor, how about getting us out of here for the night?
I want to thank our sideline reporter, Brock Jordan, as well as our camera folks out there, which would be Scott Fox, Nico Cosma, our producer, Mr. Tyler Nacho Oaks, my broadcast partners here, Mike Kalinowski, Dave Cadis. This is Governor Bob Dunkle saying, hey, let's be careful out there.
EYT Sports thanks our sponsors for making high school football coverage possible. Kerle Tire Company, Red Bank Chevrolet, Dubrook Inc., Eric Schick Insurance, All American Awards and Engraving, All Seasons Temporaries, Ascendance Truck Center Clarion, Battery Warehouse, Bauer Truck Repair, Best Wealth Management, Brookville Equipment, The Carpet Barn, Central Electric Cooperative, Clarion County Community Bank, Clarion Ford, Clarion Forest VNA, Clarion Psychiatric Center, Cousin Basil's Restaurant and Bar, Fowler's Furniture and Mattress, Fisher and Father, First United National Bank, the Fun Bank, Gatesman Auto Body, Gorley Financial, Hager Paving, Heater Lumber, Hopper Corp, ShopTeamWear.com, Independence Health Systems, Janney Montgomery Scott, the Clarion Office, J&J Feeds and Needs, J&J Trailer Sales, Kale's Kitchens, Land Pro Equipment, Laurel Eye Clinic, Legacy Archery, Luton's Plumbing and Heating, Matrix Group, Macmillan's Carpet and Flooring, Northern Pennsylvania Regional College, Oaks Building Supply, Inc., PA Mushroom Company, Parker Furniture, Primary Health Network, Rooted Dental, Showcase Homes Tempa Supply and Service, Simply Skin Medical Spa, Sweet Basil Restaurant and Bar, Tionesta Builders Supply, Top Tier Federal Credit Union. Stay tuned as we thank more sponsors throughout the broadcast.
Have a great day.